Hey, 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 StarCraft fans! Falcon Paladin back here again with a start to the StarCraft weekend. What's going on, everybody? Let's see, we are here. What's up, Doomslayer? Recovering from wisdom teeth removal. I feel like you're pretty loopy. Am I wrong about that? I was loopy after my wisdom teeth removal, so I feel like maybe you are too. That's a pretty common thing. What's up, Nemo, Noom, and Jordan? How's it going? Good, great, wonderful. I'm trying to get my camera to work, which would be nice. But, you know, sometimes we don't always get what we ask for. Oh. Doesn't see the camera. Okay. Gonna unplug it, plug it back in. Oh, good. It was yesterday. Wonderful. Yeah, Jordan, I did see your account got hacked. You need to be more careful about that, dude. Give me 2 seconds. Hey, and it worked! Okay, so standard troubleshooting technique from Falcon Paladin. If something's not working, unplug it, plug it back in, turn it off, turn it back on again, stuff like that, right? Sounds good, Doomslayer. Glad you recovered well. I know some people who had weird complications from getting their wisdom teeth out and were like really out of it for like a week or so, so good to see you're good enough to type inside of chat. See you later, dude. Woo! What a good time. Ah. Yeah, middle kid, or oldest kid got his wisdom teeth out. He did fine with it. Anyway. All right, sounds good. Farewells here. He's asking for Culvers from Jordan. Wonderful stuff. What's going on out there? There's a serious heat warning for the Salt Lake Valley for Saturday and Sunday. We're supposed to get up to 105 degrees, which, I mean, I don't know. Like, sometimes that used to happen when I was a kid growing up. We never got weird notices about it. It just happened and we dealt with it. Because, you know, we live in America where we have air conditioning and it's totally fine. Like, I don't know why they're sending us these notices. So, whatevs. Whatever, amen. We'll do a quick check of the news while we're waiting for people to show up here on a Thursday. What do we got for the news? Oh, yeah, the Tyler Robinson case is happening with the Charlie Kirk shooting. That's going on right now. People are really mad about this on both sides. We've got a lot of weird conspiracy theories going on. Roommate says Charlie Kirk murder suspect confessed to the killing, says the BBC 2 hours ago. There was some Discord chatter between Tyler Robinson and his, I don't know, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner. There's a roommate involved here too. Some confessions maybe. Romantic partner says he regretted killing Charlie Kirk. So that's exciting stuff. Let's see. This guy, Graham Plattner, who was running a main Senate campaign as a Democrat, who previously had a Nazi swastika tattoo and got it covered up and then got accused of sexual assault and now suspended his campaign. So he was still planning on running, but then he decided to drop out once the sexual assault allegation came up. So that's exciting. What else? What else? Ooh, Pulisic. So Pulisic, right? Maybe the best homegrown talent we've gotten for the American national team for soccer broke his leg in that Belgium game. He had a microfracture in his leg. And I just don't think we can keep him healthy. He's been hurt so much over his career. And I just don't think we can be like, okay, next World Cup we'll have Pulisic, because he didn't score a goal for us once in the entire World Cup. He got hurt. He was hurt twice. He had some kind of a calf injury, and then he broke something. So it's like, ugh. We just can't. We can't rely on him anymore. I don't know that we want to like get him out, but we can't be like, we're gonna win in 2030 because we've got Pulisic on our team. Because I don't know that we can count on that happening. You know. Anyway, man arrested for slapping a child after ding-dong ditching prank in West Valley, Utah. Oh, no. Yeah, he's Mr. Glass. Exactly, farewell. I mean, there's players like that in all sports, right? Just always injured, can't get healthy. Police have arrested a man who they claim chased down and slapped a child following a ding-dong ditch prank at his apartment. Paul Pika, 21, was arrested on suspicion of an intentional or knowing child abuse, a Class A misdemeanor. 5 children went to his home, rang the doorbell, and ran away. He found the children in a church parking lot west of his apartment complex and allegedly got out of his vehicle and chased them down. He asked who the oldest of the children was, and when the victim said that he was, Misa pushed him to the ground and slapped him. People these days, man. Sometimes people these days. Alright, well, that's enough news. What's up, Savior Sword, who's very mad? Yeah, Farewell's like, you're not actually allowed. Not actually allowed to slap children. The other thing that happened to me today was I got a piece of mail, ostensibly from the IRS, that says I owe them $226. Gotta talk about this. Like, look, man. I'm doing my best out here. I'm not making enough money that you should be worried about getting $200 for me. That is an absolute drop in the bucket of your budget every single year. Savior Sword has had an internet outage, although it's, I guess mobile internet is working, yeah. Blah. See you later, Savior Sword. I hope your internet does come back. I really hope it does. All right, let's get this going. We got some replays here to cast for you today. Guess what we're going to do on a Thursday? We're going to cast some pro replays. We are also going to go ahead and play some live games if people are interested in doing that on a Thursday as well. So let's go into, we have a 2025 folder. Still got to get through some of this, I think. Let's go Dewalt versus ByuL on Dominator. So ByuL is a really good fastest map player. He's also very good at 1v1 ladder, too. So we'll see how he does here against Dewalt, who is, again, one of the better foreigners in the world. Do you have data caps on your plan, Savior Sword? Oh, are you on AT&T? Anyway, data caps are garbage. Top side, it is... It's a Protoss player. It's Dewalt. Down south, it's gonna be ByuL. Tough. Apostrophe K. Did I get your map? I did get your map, certainly. Discord messages do properly work all the time. Unless you're getting scammed by someone on Discord, like Jordan, in which case, yes, AT&T sucks. Probably time for a new ISP. So no proxies, right? Gate coming up inside, not a Nexus first, putting the racks out here at the front. Not worried about getting Zealot pressured, apparently. We got a mobile cap, Savior Sword. I hear it. I hear you. So no CC first, no Nexus first. There's gas. So this is gas before expand. This might even be Cybercore and range before expand. Hey, what's up, Lunar Fangs? Hello. How's it going? Yeah, thanks for following me a couple days ago. Saw that come through. Joining the Discord server, too. Hope you're enjoying the StarCraft. Yeah, Cybercore in. Probably going to be a range upgrade before the expansion here, which means you need to pressure the Terran, which means you need to get some value because you're hurting your own economy by going for all this delay before your Nexus. So SCV does not scout Protoss, but now he knows where the toss is because it's a 3-player map here on Dominator. The Terran's getting his base before the Protoss is getting his second base. So this usually goes, here's how this works. Zealot, Cybercore finishes, build a Dragoon, then get the range upgrade, and then expand, and then keep making Dragoons. Yep, there's the Dragoon. And then once he has 150 gas, he'll go for that range upgrade. And then he'll try to pressure. There's the gas coming in from the Terran, too. He's going to want a bunker with this build based on what the Protoss is doing. He doesn't know. What's up, Alexander? Broznia. I think I said that right. And there it is. Oh. He's like, I don't want you to see if I'm getting speed or range. He's going to go for Nexus. And then go for a range upgrade here. Look at how much gas he's got, too. That's nuts. That's because the SCV showed up, and he was like, he's making another Dragoon. So he's not bothering with a speed upgrade here, at least not super fast, right? Which means he can't actually pressure... Oh, look at that. Body blocking by ByuL. Oh, that's good. That is so sick by ByuL. I'm going to... Yeah. He's like, I'm just going to make... non-range upgraded Dragoons for the rest of my life, I guess. I'm getting a Robo before we're getting range? This is crazy. What a build here. I mean, Terran went for a little bit of a risk, right? Going for the expansion. But look at this. He can't get in range of the bunker because he doesn't have... It's sitting here like he's working on range. But I don't think he's working on range. Yeah, look at this. Okay, now he's starting Singularity Charge at 4:30. Yeah, he can't pressure at all. Terran's got to be like, wait a second. Why is he not attacking the bunker? Why does he not have the range upgrade? It's because he doesn't have the range upgrade. This is weird. How's it going, Nico? Bonjour, bonsoir, ça va? Ça va bien, merci. Ha ha ha. La baguette. La piscine. Splish splash. So this is the most damage I've seen unupgraded Dragoons get in my entire life. Look at these guys go. Because there's a supply depot over here. The bunker can't defend it. It's kind of fun. Ah, je ne parle pas le français, hey, Nico. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, triste, très triste. Tu es américain, hein? Américain? So sure, you get Reavers out faster if you delay the range, and he actually got some damage. Your background is Portuguese. Portuguesa. Ah. Good old Portuguese. Teach me a word in Portuguese, Nico. Checking to see if there's a third base down here or if there's something preventing the shuttle from getting in here and getting spotted. Kind of like that. Getting a third base while sending a shuttle out. Getting speed for Reavers, not getting speed for shuttles right now. In this PvT. Ooh, siege mode is done. That's going to make it harder for ye old Reavers to get stuff complete here. Get some work out. However, there are no siege tanks inside the main. See, here's the problem, Nico, is that Google is auto-translating your Portuguese into English. So I don't know how I'm going to learn Portuguese if Google keeps doing that. Reaver shot on the tanks is sick. Another one on the tank. Yeah, so all three of these tanks have taken damage. But they need one more shot, and... Nah, Reaver's too hurt. He's not going to unload it here. Even unsieged siege tanks are going to kill it. Unless... Oh, it didn't fire for him. Man, sometimes Reavers don't even fire for Dewalt, folks. Sometimes even Dewalt is like, ah, Reaver didn't fire. Lame. So, extra gateways coming in. Third base is done. Are we approaching the point where we have too much technology? I think I do. Yeah, blocking off access with the pylons. The old stuff here for the Reaver brutes. And yeah, I do think so. I've said this before. I think technology is allowing too many of us to offload our higher brain functions to tech. And our higher brain functions are atrophying away because they're not being used. It's just like muscles, man. If you don't use your muscles, they atrophy and they wither away and they die. I think people's higher brain functions are just going to die. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of saying that Idiocracy is a future documentary. But watching people completely be willing to have ChatGPT do their thinking for them is making me feel like it's more and more of a reality. We're just going to, you know, just have generations of dum-dum heads over and over and over again. It's going to be bad. We're devolving, yeah. Hey, what's up, Bahadorozer? This is Dewalt, and this is ByuL. So Korea here versus our guy Dewalt. We've got a Charon booster coming in for Goliath because he saw the Reavers. They were inside his base. Okay, now, Reaver connections there. No, Reaver dead. Man, how many factories do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 factories. Any sign of a third base? A lot of the time there is a third base during the push out, but I don't see one in the production tab or on the map. So it looks like maybe ByuL wants to go for a push here. But man, Reaver's slowing you down. Dragoon's slowing you down. I love these vultures. Oh, no, they almost got that probe. They almost got that. They went up there to catch a probe moving out, and they didn't catch it. That is the weakest luck. Dude, ByuL's got to be pissed about that. Oh, wait. And then this isn't actually walled off. Never mind. This is way better than killing one probe, actually. Oh, my gosh. The probes are going to kill 2 of the vultures, though. ByuL, are you going to micro at all here, buddy? You're just going to let these probes kill all of your vultures? Because that's not something you should do. Got an observer parked on top of that army. Yeah, now we're shutting it down. AI makes people lonely and stupider. I agree. I don't think AI is good for society. But hey, it's Pandora's box, man. We can't put AI back in the box. So it's 47 probes down from like, I don't know, probably 57, 58. Yeah, and that's such a huge problem with AI. Why is it programmed that way? Why is it programmed to tell you you're right when you're wrong? Like, who developed this to do this? I don't understand. I guess it's like people don't want to use an AI companion who says they're wrong all the time. So if people are going to use it, we have to make them want to use it. I understand, but man, it is so bad for us. It's like parenting. It's like sometimes you got to tell your kids they're wrong and teach them why. Teach them better things. They won't like it. They'll be mad about it a lot, but it's good for them. So there's your third base coming in on location. Low ground. And detection on that ob snipes it. So fourth base coming in, replacing the workers back up to 58 already. Here is Dewalt. Protoss macro is good. We've got Forge working on further upgrades for the Protoss because we're at a solid 1-1. And the Terran is at a 1-0, working on a 1-1 here. Not working on a further attack upgrade for those tanks. Surprisingly. But 2, 4, 6 factories, 3 bases. Only 2 gas, though, because this is minerals only. What's up, Goat? How's it going, Goatonomous? Yeah, we're willing to trade Scarab shots for spider mines, I guess. It's not the best economic trade ever. Oh, glad to hear you're dandy, Goat. I'm doing well. Hoppa. Vultures are out. Nico says we put crypto back in the box. You make a good point, Nico. We did, didn't we? But I think there... I think the difference is that people were like, so the point of crypto is to make money, and then they didn't make money, and then they abandoned it. Whereas the point of, you know, AI is not directly to make money. The point of AI is to be a second brain for people, right? I mean, I guess for the people up top, it's to make money. Well, once you have some zealots, we can charge up this ramp. But right now, you don't have any zealots. What are you doing, really? Don't come in here. Whatever you do, do not come in here. Okay, we got a drop of 2 Reavers and a couple zealots inside the main base of ByuL. We're going to take down these supply depots quite quickly. Can he get all 6 of them? Hot, 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 hot. Okay, can he get a couple more? Yes. Wow, huge supply block. 160 to 118 supply, and he gets out with both of his Reavers? That was baller. That was a killer move. Dewalt could win this game. RJB says, from a world leader perspective, it's a new nuclear arms race. Yeah, right? So what we're talking about here is, from the people developing AI, their point is to make a bunch of money. From world leaders, it's a new weapon to be wielded against other nations, and if you don't have it, you're dead. And then for the average citizen, Storm Drop is okay. Good SCV pull. For the average citizen, it's a way to offload critical thinking skills to the box. Right? Different perspectives for different groups of people on what AI is for. We're kind of making zealots yet. Yeah, he's got a bunch of zealots. Okay, so a lot of zealots. 2-2 on those suckers. ByuL is a little bit later on his upgrades. We're at 15 minutes. He's got 1-1. He's just now working on 2. He should be working on +3 here. I don't know if his second armory was late. Nothing got canceled down here. RJB says the tech moguls are the world leaders. Well, that changes everything. Trying to get some zealot bombs on these tanks. Psystorm and a bunch of the Goliaths here, too. This is okay. Bruised him up, but didn't kill him because you need more than one storm to take it out. Peter Thiel and Larry Ellison see themselves as the world leaders and fear the enemy. Okay, if these vultures had +2, I'd feel better about this. Going into 3 cannons. Yeah. 2 cannons left. Probes are dying, but we're going to clear this thing out. No problem. Yeah, cannons, reavers, good response there for Dewalt. Looking good, man. Yeah, a bit of a storm up the ramp here. He scouts it and sees we've only got a couple tanks. Maybe some vultures. Okay, these Dragoons need to get up the ramp. There you go. They're dumb. They'll get stuck on there. 9 times out of 10. Storming again. Zealots coming in. That's a good response by ByuL, though. He's like, my 4th base. It must not die. High Templar, I think, unloaded and got killed by tanks before it did anything. Zealot bombing as much as he can. Everybody's dead there too, though. And that is a fallback. So good hold. 57 SCVs. Has he got +2 yet? Yeah. Is he working on +3? No. He's getting EMP, though. Kidder and Amulet. And an air weapons upgrade is coming in. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I don't see any Stargates, though. Now, that's the thing. Could build Stargates over here. Could build them over here. Or he's just trying to make ByuL think he's going for carriers when he's actually not going for carriers. Oh, what the? Okay, he comes in, wipes out the 4th command center because it's got abandoned because a counterattack is coming up from ByuL. He's like, all right, screw it, Weeball. Let's head north with my +2 siege tanks. We're not even going to siege up against these Zealots, obviously. Probes transferring to the bottom right. Vulture says, wait, I can't kill all of you. Man, good defensive storms, though. The tanks are clumped up because, of course, they are. It's hard to split them out, especially when you're moving across the map with unsieged tanks. How's it going, Vincent? Happy Thursday, man. The defensive storms are pretty good here. Well, not enough storm, though. Natural base gone. Reavers trying to defend the 3rd base. Unsieged siege tank attacks. Siege tanks taking out the natural base, going after the gateways in the main base here, too, and expanding. I mean, little Zealot down here, but I can clear that out, no problem. No, yeah, it's not looking good for Protoss, right? But if you can hold on to the production here and these right side bases, which is proving to be pretty hard, desperately Zealot dropping on top. He just storms himself and gets everything. That was clean. High Templar gets reloaded too. That's awesome. Bit of an attack down here to the 4th base. Getting shut down too. Nope, getting defended. So still 59 probes to 59 or 54 SCVs. Terran rebuilding his 4th base. 5th base is still rocking. Dropping, ooh, DTs on the tanks. I mean, there's a science vessel here, so they're being detected. Yeah, that science vessel was huge. Still laying siege to the main base. Decides not to do that. Decides actually to come back. Maybe go for this right side bases instead. Leave this alone. There's no money here. It's just production, which matters. Big push up the right side. That's where he decided to go with his stuff. Dewalt is down about 40 supply here. Production is looking okay with more Zealots and Dragoons. Storm all over the place. Dragoons need to get in here. DT. Where? Oh, there's the scan, but he got a few swipes off. Where did that science vessel go? It must have gotten wiped out. In the meantime, what's up, Sacre? This tank does get wiped out. He saves the base. That's big. Some damage on the Nexus, but still 300 shields and full HP. I'm trying to attack into this 5th base. This has been a good PvT. Sends in the Zealot, says 3 siege tanks, Dragoon. Take the shots. Storm in there, guys. I don't know if there's enough of anything to do anything in here. None of the storms hit that tank at all, which is crazy. This is nuts. Spider mines all over the place. I keep thinking it's army because, again, the dot size is the same. We always talk about this. Comsat on the way says, I need more Comsats. There are DTs everywhere. Let's siege up. Okay, this time it's dead. Trying to counterattack with a handful of Dragoons is not going to do much. Yeah, 177 to 147 supply. ByuL's macro has just been very good. He's been killing bases more than Dewalt has. I don't know where these Dragoons are trying to go. I guess this base is pretty open to getting murdered. You know, if you're into it. Oh, he's sending a big drop to the 5th base down south here. Looks like it is. 5th base down here, letting this base die. Letting DTs handle it. No, there's another scan, but only one tank at this base? What is happening? Storm the SCVs before they can run. Kill the siege tanks. SCVs, I was going to say, are they not running? They kind of are. This is turning into a crazy hectic game. Right side of the map. Another base going to die. This base is dead. Sending some dudes into this base. There's 3 tanks here now. Smart. Good job. Production actually catching up there and allowing him to defend his 3rd base, or his 4th base. This is mined out. Main is mined out. Natural's mined out. Retaking his 3rd is Dewalt. Even while his 5th base gets killed, there goes the Nexus. Where are we? 145 to 101 supply, though. He's losing stuff as he's defending and killing, and it's just not working out for him. I just don't think economically, with 26 probes and effectively 1 mining base, 2 mining bases, we can hold on. That said, Terran's only on 1 mining base. Okay, well, if you just let vultures walk into that base and snipe it. Sure, I guess that works out in the end. 24 workers, man. Oh, big drop over here. SCV's dead, yes. But still enough of them to kind of have the space saturated. ByuL's working off this 1 base, and he just had a lot of the SCVs die. It's 34, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Dewalt's like, I cannot hang. You don't have much, ByuL. I get that, but yo, I got nothing. I can't stop this from happening, which means my north base is going to die. And even if you're on 1 base mining, if I'm on 0 bases mining, that is it for me. So good job, Terran. Good job, ByuL, with the win. 188,000, 179,000 points. Got an outproduction here by ByuL. Outkill as well is pretty nice. Structures raised 40 to 20, and the outspend by Dewalt is pretty good for 25 minutes. So about 9,000 resources, maybe a little bit less than you'd want. Those bases dying really hurt him economically. So GG. That was awesome. Great game. That was a little bit dicey. Anytime somebody wins with, you know, no money at all, I'm always like, okay, that was close. That feels real close. What's up, Critter? I know, but you got to work, man. I just got a letter from the Utah Tax Commission saying that I owe them another $200 on my taxes. So that was exciting stuff. Actually, I sent them in a check because I had to mail my tax return in like a caveman because of this new, we talked about this, the new IPPPIN system. I don't think they still have it worked out, but I had to mail my taxes in. And I sent them a check. I need to look into this. Maybe they didn't get it. Gotta love the government, man. Really gotta love the government. But do you? No, you don't really. I should check my financial records. Whatever. All right, next up, what do we got? We've got a Rich versus sSak game on Eclipse. Big fan of Eclipse. Eclipse gives us good games. Yeah, more taxes. Taxes also a travesty, critter. How are things with Exmo? Things going well. She recovered from her trip to Utah. Have you recovered from your trip to Utah? Top right of Eclipse, it's sSak. In the bottom left, it's Rich. So 2 players who are pretty good, right? We like sSak. He makes mistakes more often than not. Rich is kind of an up-and-comer in the scene. It's not like he's a baby. He's not 15 years old. He's probably 29 or 30, but he's not somebody we have a lot of over the years. He's somebody who's kind of risen to prominence over the last 2. So we'll see. We'll see what he does. All right. Let's see what we get coming in here from our guy Rich versus sSak on Eclipse. 2-player map, right? So much safer builds here. You are not going to see a Nexus First on Eclipse. I've seen it like twice. I've seen a Nexus First in a PvT on a 2-player map maybe 2 times in my entire casting career. And I'm always like, what are you doing? And it doesn't work out very well. So that's why we don't see them very much. So no way. We're going to get a gateway. Yeah. We're going to get a cyber core. We're going to get gas. We're going to get dragoons. And then we're going to expand. My 21-year-old moved from mom's house to my house. Oh, good. That's great news, critter. You know what I found out yesterday? So remember how my oldest, 18-year-old Mega Falcon, decided to stay with me full-time? He needed his social security card, and we thought it was maybe at his mom's house. So we were going to stop by there this morning. And he was like, nobody's answering their phones. I got to let him know I'm coming. And I was like, no, you don't. It's your mom's house. Like, just go in. And he was like, no, no, no. She made it very clear that when I moved out, I am not welcome in that house without advance notification. I can't just show up and go inside because I don't live there anymore. And I was like, holy shit. What is wrong with you? So, you know, great mom. Mom of the year out there. I just never considered that. Like my parents. Yeah, any one of their kids are welcome to their house at any time, whether they're there or not. Here's a house key. Come by. Eat our food, stay for a while, whatever you want to do. We're happy to have you. Like, I just thought that's how all parents worked, but apparently not. Anyway, expand faster for the Terran because he can defend it with a bunker, whereas there is no bunker concept, really, for Protoss unless you want to build a cannon. But yeah, that's that range upgrade. He faked a range upgrade. He went for air weapons, canceled it, went into the Nexus, isn't actually getting range before expand. Okay, so once again, another Protoss who doesn't really want to pressure. He sends out a Zealot. 1 Marine can handle 1 Zealot if played well, and I think sSak is good enough to do that. Sends another Dragoon over. No range on that. Simultaneous Marine deaths. SCVs get pulled off to fight. Bunker taking some shields off that Dragoon, but that's about it. Zealot's here to die. Zealot's not getting home, and he knows it. Too many Marines. Have I ever seen a second quick Protoss expansion work before? Not on a 2-player map for sure. Are you talking about... When you say second, do you mean natural base Lunar Fangs? Because, yeah, definitely. Nexus before Gateway is a viable build against Terran, especially on a 4-player map. If it gets scouted, though, by the Terran, then they'll show up and they'll bunker you and they'll kill it, which sucks. But if they don't scout you in time, then, you know, you're fine. You're way ahead economically and really favored to win the game. Yeah, I know, Critter. I was flabbergasted by that. It makes me sad. Anyway, factory. Neat. No second gas with the Terran yet. SCV's like, well, might as well get some damage off on the cyber core that will come back. Then there's your robotic support bay. Was he building it here? I'm hallucinating. He's building it here. It's fine. He's going Reavers because it's a PVT. What else are you going to do but have Reavers? Let's see if Terran goes 2-0 to start the stream here on a Thursday or not. What else is happening? Trump called Iran Japan. Which, let me tell you something. It's easy to mix up country names if they rhyme. And if you think Japan rhymes with Iran, because you pronounce Iran, Iran, then yeah, I can see how it's easier to mix that up. But you actually pronounce Iran, Iran. You don't pronounce it Iran. That's the stupid American way to pronounce that country's name. So, yes, that tracks. It tracks that Trump called them Japan, because he doesn't understand their country is pronounced Iran. Anyway, siege mode's on the way. Third base coming in the left side for the Protoss here. He's doing all the great stuff. More gateways, getting an observatory. Spider mines are always a concern. What are we getting? Siege mode and Goliath range. Is he skipping spider mines? How's the channel doing? Fine. Holding steady. That's about it. Posted a ZVZ and got, you know, not that many views, but they never do, even if they're great. Reaver shot. Okay, good defense. That's what the Charon boost is for, right? It's not done yet, but that's what it's for, is because Reaver stuff, Charon boost makes it a lot easier to deal with. Spider mines are a decent answer, too. And I don't think we're going to skip spider mines. There's no reason to do that in a PvT. It's like range for Dragoons or speed for Zealots. You're just going to get spider mines. So locked up pretty tight here. Got good coverage of Goliaths. You want to keep an eye on where these shuttles are. This gives you advance warning by floating your racks down here if it's coming from the south. Floating an engineering bay up here would provide the same value. He's not doing it, though. Just ready for a push. He's like, this is about the timing push. About the time for a timing push. Sounds good, Critter. We'll be here tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. You know the drill. Reaver shots. Don't kill a single Goliath because they're walking away. Citadel coming in for the Protoss. He's got the Terran contained on 2 bases for now, but he knows that can't last forever unless he gets some really nice Reaver shots on these tanks. You're just not getting a drop into here. I mean, you're just assuming that the Terran's just not going to be seeing it. And against somebody like me or you, yeah, we wouldn't see the drop coming in even with the racks floating there. But sSak's going to see it. sSak's not just going to be blind to a drop coming in with that much advance warning. He's watching the minimap like a hawk, especially against somebody that already has Reavers, don't ya know? Already has the Reavers. Further upgrades on the way for sSak. Armor ones in particular. No attacker armor coming in from Rich. Spider Mine's annoying to deal with. But once you have the range and the Dragoons and the Observers, it's not that big a deal, but you just lost your OBS. Do you have a backup OBS? The answer is yes, it's on the way. It doesn't have speed yet, nor is it on the way. Slow it down. Slow it down. Anytime you force a siege, you're winning the PvT. You gotta remember that, folks. I know it's hard, right? It is so easy to try to slow down a push like this and just kind of walk into a bunch of tanks and lose everything for no value. But you gotta try, man. If you're not forcing sieges as the enemy's coming across the map, you just die. So, Zealot legs aren't done yet. We're gonna slow power walk into these tanks, try to kill them. Vulture's doing a good job thinning those suckers out. Reaver unload here would be nice. They're a little bit distracted. Oh, Spider-Mine's getting some hits there, too. He decides not to try to unload his... Oh, he does. He does now. Sure. Let's help kill that Vulture, I suppose. That's not really a priority target, but helping kill a tank is nice. Rich. Holding. More tanks coming across, but this Reaver play from Rich is pretty good. 2 tanks, 3 tanks have now been killed by that Reaver. He's very injured, but he's alive, and alive is better than dead, and 99 times out of 100 in StarCraft. So, any sign of a third base at all? He's just going 2, dude. He's going 2. He's got 5 factories. It is a 2-base, 5-fact push. And if the Protoss can hold, he wins. He's making Zealots. He's got Reavers. Does he have another one? Yes, he's got another one here. He's going to make sure these Vultures can't run. And then execute them against the pylon wall. Beautiful stuff there by Rich. Cannons. He's expanding again. What's up, Tipo? How's it going? Rich versus sSak here. I think Rich is held. Unless he's trying to build a CC up here, which it's a weird place for your third, but nobody says you can't do that. Yeah, look at this. He's expanding again. Oh, so brings the SCV over here and says, let's expand to the actual third base here on Eclipse. Let's not try to get something crazy going. That push was a strong one. Might as well expand, but man, that is almost GG, dude. If you go 2 base for 12 minutes on 5 factories and don't kill your Protoss opponent, I think that's it. You can try to make up for it by getting a late third, but the Protoss can just expand at will. He can pressure you at will. How are the upgrades looking? 1-1 from sSak. We got Rich at 0-0 still. He's getting a +1 attack. You're never going to just completely skip upgrades in a game of StarCraft if it gets long enough. Even in PvP, where there are not a lot of upgrades happening, you will end up getting upgrades at around the 15-16 minute mark a lot of the time. Just because it does help. It's obviously not as important as they are in other matchups. Like, Terran's not just going to skip upgrades against Protoss. It's so important to get that extra bit of damage, especially off tanks, against these Dragoons. If you don't have the upgrades, really, really, really bad times. Define upgrade Terran, Tipo. What's that? Does he can't? He hasn't even started building this. Is he faking it? Dude, do not go up that ramp. You don't have to go up that ramp. All right, so he comes in the backside, drops all over the tanks here with Zealots, does take out a couple of them. Vulture's doing their job getting the Zealots off of their buddies, but more of them keep showing up from the north. Tanks are falling at an alarming rate. Are there enough Dragoons to thin this out, even with the remaining 4 siege tanks? Rich thinks yes. Gets on top of the tanks. Needs to target the tanks. Less worried about everything else here. Get the tanks and the rest will fall. Can he kill the remaining 2 siege tanks? The answer is with targeting. Yes, but everybody dies. More Dragoons come in. Oh, well done. And that's a GG. Just completely shuts it out. One good engagement there from Rich, and he gets the victory against sSak. Very impressive. And like I said, again, if you 2 base, 5 factory attack a Protoss, and you don't kill them, you don't even come close to killing them, you're probably dead. You can try to get a third, probably not going to work. You can try to throw up a couple more factories and try again, which is exactly what was attempted here by the Terran, but there's too much Protoss, too many shuttles, too much Gateway Man, and that is it, dude. Nice job, Protoss. Seems like they're foregoing science facility upgrade timings for 3 base. For a 3 base 8 or 9 factory timing attack. Ah. What's up, Allbrand Abe? Hello to Canada. That was quick, Lunar Fangs. A lot of StarCraft games are quick. Quicker than the ones that I show you generally on the channel. But that's a Terran win and a Protoss win. So we're evened up. There's an outspend in 14 minutes you can be happy about. About 6,000 resources in total. Because it was 9 in the last game for 25 minutes. You can see the difference, right? You know how that works. 5 factory pushes are weak. Because the Protoss sniffs it out, the build 8 gates, yeah, and then they stop it. Bingo. Okay, we're going to rematch, I think here. Yeah, Rich versus sSak on Radeon. So let's see if Rich learns some lessons here. He knows he can beat sSak anyway. And it's a 4-player map this time, so we might see a Nexus first. Rich likes doing this. Bottom left, Rich. Top left, sSak. Purple versus green. Kind of a fun color combination. What else is happening out here? We talked about this. The Charlie Kirk trial is underway here in Utah. The defense is trying to get certain conversations between the defendant, Tyler Robinson, and his girlfriend about basically confessing to killing Charlie Kirk. Trying to get those excluded from the trial. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I think this is something you have to remember about defense attorneys, is that they're not necessarily only trying things they know will work, right? Their job is to kind of try everything and see what they can get away with and see what the judge will allow versus what they won't allow. And, you know, it kind of makes them look like slime balls, but that's their job. That's why they get paid. I'm watching Rich like a hawk. Are you going to get a Nexus first, Rich? Are you going to get a Nexus first, Rich? If we could read minds, it would be the end of lying and crime. There are some good science fiction stories about that, actually, Allbrand Abe. Some interesting examinations of the outcome of a society like that. Oh, yeah, this is Nexus first. Okay, cool. So Rich is like, what's up? I don't need a gateway. I'm going to build a Nexus before anything else except for a pylon. Before anything else except for pylons. And there it is, man. 147 Nexus first. So now what's it come down to? It comes down to sSak. Can sSak discover the secrecy and the greed of the Protoss by scouting down, or is he going to scout to the right and not have any idea what's happening until it's too late? So there it be. Probe on the scout. Still not interested. sSak's like, I'm good. This is going to be a scouting man, right? Yeah, scouting man. Moving out. Heading. Where's he going to go? Oh, he's going right. He's going right. Oh. Man, he flipped a coin in his head. Said heads going right, tails going south. And he went to the right. Oh, this sucks. Yeah, Lunar Fangs, I mean, like I said, if they don't get scouted, they work brilliantly. And that's it. I mean, I'm tempted just to put this on times 16 speed and be like, hey, look, the Terran lost. Surprise. Oh, man. All right. Well, let's see. First factory is coming up. He's just playing it normal. I mean, at least he is going for the factory. So if he scouts this, there's a chance He could have a couple vultures and a couple marines come down here with some SCVs and shut it down, because the army currently is nothing for the Protoss. Not that the Terran has anything either. He's got a marine, 2 marines. Ah, see, he wants to see the expansion timing, which is now. Yeah, this is bad, actually. You'd be like, oh, an expansion, that's very good. Nope, bad. Bad. It makes it a lot harder for him to punish this. Is he still not scouted this? Is he not going to scout this? Did he already scout this and I missed it? He's just buying time for this wall. Okay, he's making a wall here. He knows, right? 2 zealots on defense means it was a Nexus first. So, what's the response gonna be here for our guy? He's not pulling the boys. He's finishing his second base. He's working on a tank. It's just not gonna be enough. But he knows where the Protoss is. So he sends a vulture down to poke in, and he doesn't know it's a Nexus first, but again, seeing pylon, 2 zealots at home at this time generally means Nexus first. He didn't see it, but he's gotta know what it is. He's bunkering? Maybe he doesn't know what it is. Maybe he thinks there's Dragoons coming to kill him, and Rich is like, heck no, I got a fast Nexus. I'm not going to come to kill you anytime soon. He knows it's a Nexus first, and why'd he bunker? Why is he doing nothing? He's doing nothing to counter this. He's getting an upgrade. He's trying to catch up an economy, I guess, just by building 2 SCVs at a time, but you could do that anyway. I am lost what sSak is trying to do. There's the observatory. Range upgrade is so far away. You're just not getting in here. You're just not getting in here. Yeah, right? I would understand if he snuck a fast third somewhere. Or if he just fired up like 2 more factories and said, we're going to go. But he's not doing any of that. I don't know. I feel like I've seen PvTs before where the Protoss goes Nexus first and the Terran doesn't scout it in time and then just goes, oh, and just kind of like tries to play it out standard and gets rolled. So I don't know. What's his plan here? What is Rich doing? He stopped producing probes. He did. He's got Reaver stuff. He's got Caterpillars in play. And here we go. So I wonder if this is just an interesting take on Nexus first, right? You Nexus first, and the Terran says, okay, you're just going to out-economy like crazy, and Rich says, what if I don't? What if I make a bunch of Dragoons and Zealots come at a time when you don't expect it because you think I'm just making 56 probes? This is kind of genius, actually. Reaver shots on the tanks are good. Busting in the natural base, we go into there. Repair the bunker, not happening. High ground siege tank's problematic. He's got to get some shots off. He kills one of the tanks and gets a hit off on a Goliath, but doesn't kill it. 2 hit points on that sucker. sSak pulls the SCVs. This might have been a miscalculation by Rich. I'm not sure you needed to do this, because if sSak holds, he's in a great position. Wow, this might have been a mistake from Rich, folks. He had an economic advantage that he could have just walked into a victory, and instead he's like, I'm gonna catch the Terran by surprise. I mean, he is denying all mining here at the natural base, which is nice. Okay, that's over now. And now it's 28 probes to 39 SCVs. Yeah, some SCVs died, but Rich cut so many probes to do this. Rich, this has got to be a trying something new game from Rich. Like, I don't think he would try this in ASL if he qualified, right? Because he's like, boy, this sure didn't work. But I'm just curious. He's like, can you? Can you do this where Terrans are so used to getting Nexus firsted that they skimp out on defense? You can catch them with their pants down while they try to catch up economically and then murder them that way. This is so weird, man. This is not how you play Nexus first. Rich is like, there's no laws about this. What are you talking about? I can do whatever I want. Fair. I mean, he's trying it again. He's going to get several tanks. Getting up this ramp with all of these goons would be amazing. Get the sieged tank. Get the unsieged tank. Oh, SCVs are so good at citizen's arrest. It's 8 shots from a Dragoon to kill an SCV. That's why it's so good. Goliath damage is also alright. Look at these SCVs. Oh, helping so much. Yeah, 32 to 48 workers here. Good grief. You know, top shelf, that's a thought. How's it going, Rickard? This is still not enough out of Rich. He's killing SCVs, but he's still down 15 workers. I mean, he's killing them. He's back with Reaver. He's back with Dragoon. Shuttle dies. Reaver dies. Engineering Bay taking shots that could be going to things like SCVs instead. That's a good reason to have an Engineering Bay at the front, is you can absorb shots that would go somewhere else. This is nuts out of Rich. He's killing SCVs. Not as fast as Hydras would, or not as fast as Zealots would, or Storm would. Or Lurkers would. It's like the slowest way to kill SCVs in the whole game is Dragoons. But look at this. It's suddenly 34 to 37 workers. He's getting a third base down the left side behind it. Is he getting enough damage here to actually even the game out? Okay, maybe don't walk a... Yeah, no. He decided no, definitely not. I'm sure sSak was so confused. He's like, wait, why did you Nexus first all in me 3 times? That's not a build. That's not how you play StarCraft at all. See, and now Lunar Fang is like, obviously Nexus first doesn't work. I just watched the Protoss lose with it. Jeepo calls out that sSak did a great job maneuvering Siege Tank in a way the Reaver couldn't kill it. Which is huge. Keeping your tanks alive is a big deal. Certainly the case. Certainly the case. All right. Airfou and Shinee on Polestar. I'm going to step away for 1 second and get a water refill. I'll be right back. But, here. Let's take a look at Falcon Paladin Plays. Go sub out here, man. I've gotten like 1 sub out here in the last week. Did Rich really need to GG? I don't know. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. I have played so many video games and even more than that. Let's be real. What's up, Cyber Imbiber? Ooh, Lunar Fang. Got 100% off their first membership subscription for some reason. Hey, channel member now, Lunar Fang, for free. That's pretty rad. I didn't know they were doing that. Nice. All right. Bottom right side. Whoa. These names do not make sense. I don't remember who this was. They were names. Hang on a second. Let's try this again. I can't do that. Also, Farewell, are you still here? Farewell, thanks for the $20 donation at PayPal. Airfou and Shinee, sure. $20 donation at PayPal at falconpaladin@gmail.com. It said IRS relief fund for my new tax bill I got today. Huzzah. I love the idea that the tax people are like, this guy who's fighting to pay his bills every month If he underpaid his taxes, we gotta get him. But, you know, the trillionaires and the billionaires out there, they can use whatever loopholes they want to not pay us taxes. It's fine. All right, bottom right, it's Airfou. Bottom left, it's Shinee. We're on Polestar. You want that on the Twitch dimension for the support on the week? Farewell. Anyhow, okay, 4-player map. Odds and risks of a Nexus first are high. Are we going to get one from Airfou today? Airfou's been around forever. But, I mean, everybody's been around forever. RJB went through the list a while ago, last week, and was like, huh, yeah, everyone's 30. Like, nobody playing StarCraft at this level is under 30 years old, really. Yeah, and then Top Shelf got a $17 tariff bill for something he bought overseas, which is like, yeah, you need your $17 from Top Shelf and your $200 from me. But, you know, there's this loophole where super billionaires can just get loans off of the stocks that they own and build, you know, $500 million yachts without paying taxes on it. Sure, that's how this is supposed to work. Gateway coming up. So not a Nexus first. Rax coming in somewhere. Shinee recognizes that it's not a Nexus first. He feels it in his bones and his heart, and he says, oh, okay. We can play the game now. It's not a Nexus first cheesy build. Thank goodness. Is Sulky still out of control, says Farewell. Soma has won the last 2 ASLs, actually. Sulky won 4 in a row and then kind of was like good enough, and then Soma's won the last 2. So everybody's kind of freaking out because Zerg has won the last 6 ASLs, which is a lot of ASLs. Yeah, no problem, Farewell. So here's the thing, right? I'm a Zerg main. I like it when Zerg win things. It makes me happy. But even I'm at the point where 6 straight ASLs is too much. Like, I am actively rooting for a Protoss or a Terran to win the next ASL. It's been longer for the Protoss than for the Terran, but it's been a very long time for the Terran as well at this point. So we'll see. We'll see what ASL 22 has to offer. Apparently, a lot of the maps are Protoss favored this time around, so maybe Snow can pull it off for the first time ever? I did not, Tipo. Was Snow happy about it? It's still Soup Farewell, but they're calling it ASL again instead of SSL. Lunar likes Flash. Yeah, Flash made it to the final of the last ASL and took the winner, Soma, to 7 games, but ended up falling in the end. So hats off to Flash, man. He said he's going to retire at this point, so I don't know. He might be done. He might come back for ASL 22, though. Were any of the finals ZVZs? Of the last 6, I'm trying to remember. I feel like there was one in there, but I don't remember in particular. Little Dragoon pressure here. Marine's got this. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe body block this guy from getting in here at all. Yeah, good pressure. Good pressure from Airfou. He was surprised they were making maps Protoss favored and felt it wasn't needed. Snow, you're so honorable. There's the expansion, by the way. You're so honorable, Snow. What a thing to say. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's not ZVZ finals. It's Soma and it's Sulky who are crushing, and the rest of the Zergs are doing fine. But it's not like we've got 3 Zergs in the final 4, which would be a major problem. Yeah, top shelf, I know. I see more complaining in my comments from Terrans than any other race. You know what I blame it on? Are the Artosis live streams. Artosis, when he's not being live stream Artosis, is a wonderful guy. But the constant Terran balance whining that Artosis puts out into the community over the last decade has really, I think, influenced how the StarCraft community sees Terran as underpowered, and everything Protoss and Zerg are doing are imbalanced, and everything's unfair. Whine. And it's a problem, I think. I don't know if people are cosplaying at this point, Terran balance whining, but there's a lot of it. Meanwhile, dropship being built up here at a proxy starport. Let's do that, Shinee. I love it. Let's get some vultures in the natural base or in the main base. That'd be cool. Because look, these guys are on the outside of the wall. They're not ready for something on the inside. They're ready for the outside. Tipo says, I complain too. I know he's talking about ladder players, Tipo, but I think it bleeds over into people talking about ASL and professional tournaments, right? It has to. Okay, I love this. We see this a lot. We saw this a bunch in ASL. A lot of proxy dropships with vultures into the Protoss main. Not on this map in particular, but I saw it at least 3 or 4 times in ASL 21. Oh, this is so good. Casual unload, la 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 la. Probes are dying, and into the main base too. Dragoons pop out just in time. No, but they're blocked by their own cyber core. Ah, probe deaths. No, this guy's doing great. Okay, I guess we just go on the other side. We busted the bunker. How? No. Shinee messed it up. He could have held that infinitely against those Dragoons, but okay, he's got a tank now. SCV's got to pull out of the natural. Finally cleaned up the vulture inside the main and in the natural base. But the natural lifting off the CC here by Airfou. 32 to 33 workers is not where you want to be. What's up? First strike. Sieged up. Armory getting targeted. Hey, that's damage. We'll take it. And he got the armory. Okay, that's big. He needs to rebuild that. He wants Goliaths. He wants upgrades. So that hurts. Delay on the mining here. Lifting off the CC is a big deal too. Airfou taking a third Nexus behind it. He lost some probes. He probably lost, I don't know, 5 or 6 probes there. Just kind of traded blows, right? Just trading blows. It's fine. Everything's cool. No worries. He's worried about Reavers because, you know, Engineering Bay watching for that over there. And I wonder if Airfou's going to go looking for that starport. He's got to know that it's there. So we're settling in now, right? Both players licking their wounds, trying to rebuild their economies a little bit. Try to get up where they want to be. 43 workers now. Just kidding. We're moving out again with another dropship. Might as well. Fevar's enjoying the shorts. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying the shorts. I get paid about $0.25 for each of those, but you know. I hope they drive some traffic to my actual casts, but I'm not sure that they do. They're fun. Shorts are fun content for sure. Glad you're enjoying them. Ooh, sieging. That's a great place to siege up. Yes! Taking shots. 9 kills siege tank. 10 kills siege tank before a Reaver wipes them out. Ah, it's such a great place for tanks. We've seen, meanwhile, vultures into the natural trying to get something done. No. We've seen that in weird situations where the main base of the Protoss is dead, but they're trying to mine over here, but then the Terran owns this area, so they put tanks in this spot, and they try to kill the probe. Yeah, Polestar gives us some weird games, man. That was hot. Now it's a worker advantage for the Terran. Any sign of a third base from this guy? No, not yet. Doesn't mean he's not going to. But he's only got 4 factories? Yeah, he just now has 4 factories. Toss it up an armory. In addition to the second one, he rebuilt. Ooh, science facility coming in here too. Oh, he builds a Wraith out of the proxy starport. I'm loving this from Shinee. I like this a lot. Top Shelf says, I hate watching shorts. I do end up watching some full replays after a short. Good. I know some people do, Top Shelf. I do. But I just worry that more and more the shorts watchers aren't the long form watchers and vice versa. Right? You're an example of that. You're somebody who likes the long form videos and don't like the shorts. But I think a lot of people are just like, all I use is YouTube shorts. I just scroll shorts all the time. Like, that's my daughter. She's got a YouTube account, and all she watches is shorts. Can't remember the last time she watched a long-form video. Whereas, middle kid, he does watch long-form videos. And then Mega Falcon's just on Instagram Reels all day. So, I don't know. The rising generation, man. It's hard for them. They're not being given many advantages to succeed, I don't feel like. Top Shelf doesn't watch YouTube on his phone at all. Well, that's a good deal. I do at the gym. Ooh, got the probe. Wow, I didn't think he was going to get that probe. Okay, good snipe on the probe. Sounds good, Iron Phoenix. We'll be here for ya. We'll be waiting for ya. Got a lobby spot. We'll keep it warm for you to play with us in the live games. So, like, YouTube doesn't run on your phone, Top Shelf, or what's the problem there? Because it works fine on my phone. I put in Bluetooth earbuds. I run for 3 miles. I watch something from Shoe on Head or Ryukar or ASL sometimes if that's happening. Zealot, Bomb, and Reaver unloading on top of the tanks. 2 is a lot of fun. Did we force an unsiege enough that the Dragoons could get in here? Yes, we did. Zealot Legs isn't done, but that's okay. We backed these tanks into a corner. Wow. Good micro. Getting them away from the Dragoons as they were coming in. High ground tanks popping out of the factories just in time, too. Did Shinee just win with that maneuver? I mean, he survived with that maneuver. Good enough. Good enough. Farewell. I've got a seat heated in the lobby waiting for you too, man, if you want to play with us ever. It's been a while, I know. Yeah, I'm actually not a fan of shorts myself, to be honest. It's funny because if I'm ever on Instagram, the algorithm serves me up like 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 minute videos because that's what I watch. I mean, I just watch Mega Falcon go through and watch, you know, 8-second video, 10-second video, 8-second video, 5-second video, 6-second video. And I'm like, so you don't have an attention span at all, is what we're learning here today. I think everybody's attention span has been hurt, but my goodness. With the rise of the short form content, it has gotten so much worse for some people. What's Instagram for? Instagram is the same thing that anything's for. It's just YouTube. It's got all the same content that YouTube does, just in vertical format. Zealot unloading again. Airfou's like, all right, I almost had you dead back there. Let's try this again. And Shinee, still on 2 bases, mind you, has high ground siege tanks. All the Dragoons' bodies are dead and littering the floor right now. That was ill-advised, I'd say, from Airfou. But he's expanded behind it. He's had this for a while. He's got a 4th base. Shinee's on 2 bases. Shinee does not have a 3rd at 14 minutes. He's floating it up now. Yeah, level 80. There you go. First Strike says, I feel like I've unlocked a secret when I get an 8-minute instructional video. Yeah, I don't know. Fair enough, Top Shelf. I'd say your mileage may vary, but it works out for me fine. I'll usually scroll Instagram for about 15, 20 minutes before I go to bed every night. Just see what's going on. I don't really use it any other time. First Strike has found a content creator who's the best Tau faction Warhammer 40k player, who has a great YouTube page of the entire games. Entire 40k games, like Space Marine and stuff, and Dawn of War and stuff that I played on the channel. Dude, okay, Airfou is way up. He's getting a 5th base at the same time that the 3rd base is kind of getting online right now from Shinee. Shinee's in a lot of trouble. I wouldn't be surprised if Airfou goes for carriers here. He's getting a 2nd robo, though, and another forge. So he's not going to go carriers, at least not anytime soon. It's not like he can't if he doesn't do it now. He definitely can. Yeah, I've got entire playthroughs of some Warhammer games as well out on my channel. Falcon Paladin Plays. Go subscribe out there and see what I'm talking about. See, look. Dawn of War's out there. Space Marine 2's out there. Long plays. Long plays. Go check it out. So Shiny's trying to get vulture harassed with a lot of vultures, as Lunar Fang says. Accurate. But getting rebuffed pretty much at every turn. There's little groups of Dragoons here, here, here. Got cannons there. I mean, these guys are going to die, but at the very least, they're slowing this down. They're buying time for reinforcements to come in. His name is Glinseer. Good old the Tau. I've read a couple Tau books. Actually, have I read Tau books? Yes. There's one book that's called Firecast, and it's ostensibly about the Tau, but it's not really. It is actually like a Imperial Guard book where they're fighting against the Tau, and it's not the same thing, and it's really misleading, and I don't like it very much. Anyway, vultures do bust into this pylon wall while the Protoss is engaging on the other side of the map in his shiny stuff. Tanks are dying, but this whole top right is getting cracked, sir. Maybe you should do something about that. Jip Hero.
As top 3 Protoss player in 2026 so far. Thanks.
Man, top 3 is tough. So it's gotta be Snow, Rain, and Mini, right? Dude, those vultures I feel like could have got up there. They could have got up there. But I think they were distracted by what was happening down here. It's a good defense by Shinee, but the vulture control could have been better. I love that he's still building stuff out of this proxy starport up there. That's very funny. Nice, Iron Phoenix. That's what we're talking about. Drops are good. Do I have any new Gosu replays where everything gets mined out? Woo! I haven't had one of those in a while, Fevar. But if I do dig one out, I'll let you know. Maybe RJB knows of one. Tipo might put Paralyze ahead of Mini these days. Woo! Okay. All right. You know, everyone's got their own opinions. Oh, especially in fastest map. Drops are going to be elite. 100%. Good. Storm again. More storms. This is excellent stuff out of Airfou. He is kicking butt, taking names. Oh, yeah. Killing tanks, keeping that tank count low, keeping the 3 bases of Shinee. Although a 4th base is coming up here now. Probably time for a base down here, although there's a control tower blocking it, which is very funny, actually. I mean, I like Paralyze. Thanks for the super chat, by the way, Japiro, but I'm not sure anything I've seen from him is like, he's a top 3 Protoss in the world right now. He's good. But I mean, are there particular games you've watched him play that you're like, definitely top 3? Because I haven't seen any. You didn't say he's top 3. You said he's top... Oh, you're right. You didn't. Right on. Good drop over here at the 4th. SCVs running from storms. Some of them didn't get the memo and stayed behind and got murdered. It's 61 to 43 workers. Yeah, the drops today have been excellent. The pushes have been good. We're talking about Airfou, long time Protoss player. He is scary. He is strong. He's probably not going to win an ASL anytime soon, but that's okay. He can still provide us with amazing StarCraft. Ooh, expanding up this away. Not taking this base, actually. Taking the 12 o'clock instead. So the problem is, as Protoss, is eventually you kind of run out of places to go. And if you don't have 3/4 of the map and you let the Terran just kind of sit here on 5 bases or 4 bases, you're going to die. So what do we got? Upgrades to the Terran are at 3-2 at 21 minutes. That's what we're talking about. We've got 2-2 for the Protoss. EMP is on the way. Is worried about potential arbiters, but EMPing High Templar is a good use of the ability too. And Airfou coming in. Unexpected angle. Vultures have to respond to this. Cutting this little line in half is a good move. Good positioning move. Look at this. A lot of the army's up this way. A lot of army down here, but nothing connecting them anymore. So heading down south might work out. It just kind of sits here and tries to keep these guys... Yeah, kind of gets these guys to respond, keep them apart as much as you can, and then fall back, as reinforcing units are easier to deal with than entrenched, siege-up tanks. I'm really waiting for Airfou to find the starport. Eventually, I think he will. And he'll be like, oh, how long has this been here, he'll wonder. Well, it wasn't here for, the whole time. It started out over here, hilariously. Good proxy. So, Terran building again. I think Shinee's okay. He's weathered a lot of storms today. He's probably the better player compared to Airfou, although he didn't do very well in ASL 21. The Shinee story, just, it makes me laugh. I'm also frustrated about it because Shinee got banned from the ASL like 7 years ago for not showing up to matches. And then, ASL in their infinite wisdom said, we could use some more good Terrans in the ASL, so they unban him. And he's been laddering, and he's been playing in Pro League, and he's been doing really well, pretty consistently. And I've been watching some of his games being like, dang, Shinee will do some work in the ASL if he ever goes back. And then in ASL 21, he just kind of flames out. He just doesn't do anything. And I was like, Shinee, I've been rooting for you. I've been saying how awesome you are for years. And you finally get back to the ASL, and you just kind of, bleh, just kind of wet fart. Hey, what's up, Joy? Happy Thursday. Unloading on the Terran. See you later. Good SCV pull. Really good SCV pull. Anybody make it down here? No. Yeah, Shinee has just been on the defensive for the past 23 minutes and has taken some hits, but is fine. 50 SCVs. He's got a bunch of command centers to replace those SCVs. He's thinking about expanding up here. And the Protoss is kind of running out of places to go. Oh, look at this. He found this control tower. Oh, he found the control tower, and he found the starport. So some mysteries have been explained to Airfou. He did not know. He did not know what this was. And now he knows about the proxy. How are things for Joy? Longtime channel subscriber out on the Twitch. Joy Black Dragon is back. Thanks for your continued support, by the way. Good to see you. So... developing a bank? Not really. Nobody is. But the Protoss is throwing up a Stargate and a second Cyber Core, and he just started the air weapons. Okay. He may be at a point where he's like, the Terran has too many bases. I can't beat him without going for really cost-efficient carrier play. Or as Terrans call it, total BS carrier play. That is unfair and should be nerfed by Blizzard. Let's see if he can scan it out, folks. When's he going to scan this out? I like this vision mode because you're just coming out of the fog of war. How much Protoss is out here? I don't know. Sure is a lot of storm, though. That sucks. Oh, he scanned it. He scanned it. Okay. So he knows about the carriers now. He's not building any Goliaths yet. No, Cyber Imbiber, absolutely. That's okay. That is a fairly popular opinion these days in the StarCraft circles, is that unbalanced units and spells make the game fun if everybody has them. If you get rid of all of the unbalanced stuff in StarCraft, it becomes boring and stale. You need the unbalanced stuff. You need the tanks to be incredibly hard to deal with. You need the carriers to be hard to deal with, and the storm, and the plague, right? And the dark swarm, and be like, oh, this is all so hard to deal with. It just makes it more exciting. I don't know. I'm with that. I'm with that idea. Yep, carrier capacity coming in, Goliaths being added up. It's not just going to be carriers, right? There are a couple games I've cast, well, a lot of games I cast from back in 2005, 2007 era, where it is nothing but carriers. Nice EMP for a lot of PvTs. But then Protoss figured out, okay, if we also bring in Storm and Zealots and Dragoons, then it's a lot harder to handle the carriers, and Hybrid was born, and it's so much stronger. Farewell loves him some nukes. So Terran says, I'm going to take the left third of the map. You can have 12 o'clock. I'm going to take 6 o'clock. And let's see how your carriers do, big man. And oh boy. It's a tough one. Terran's trying to get it across the map here. Well, this is where, how many bases can we kill before the carrier group shows up and kills us? He's trying to storm the bottom of this ramp to keep it alive. Keep this base alive as much as he can. Because there are carriers in production. There are further upgrades in production. About 6 carriers with +2 is when you have a lot of trouble dealing with it as a Terran player. We're not there yet, and that's okay. Counterattack down south, same position to kind of cut this line in half. Not that there's much of a line anymore. Zealots, get up there. There you go. On top Oda tanks. Hey, there be the carriers. So yeah, 4 of them, right? We don't have the +2 yet. We don't have the 6 yet, but we're getting there very, very soon. Terran says, all right, we got to kill Nexuses. Maybe we base race at this point. Man, once the carriers get to a certain level, it's just so hard to deal with. Especially on a map like Polestar with a lot of dead air for the carriers to fall back to from the natural, and all up here, and there are not a lot of places that Goliath can pin these things down. The carriers are pretty happy helping to wipe this base out. Heading up this way. Once again, your target is tanks, but if there are Goliaths there. And that's what the Dragoons and the Zealots are for, is keeping the Goliaths targeted and busy while the carriers do the work. +2 finishing up soon. There you go. He's got the 6 carriers now. The +2 is going to be done in about 20 seconds, and then we're going to have a lot of carriers, sir. Can you target fire a missile turret? Oh, can missile turrets target fire? No. You can't tell a missile turret what to attack. Or else we'd see it a lot more. We'd see it ever. Good storms. Great storms. Okay. That's what we're talking about. In conjunction with the carriers. This is so hard to deal with. Seven carriers +2, see, and the ground force. 196 to 151 supply. So not only do we have the dreaded carriers, we're also up about 50 supply on the Terran. This is not where Shinee wants to be. Not even close. Not ever what he's been interested in his entire life. Yeah, you bring some High Templar over. You don't have enough energy to storm anything, so you just kind of stand and watch. Hey, a carrier died. There's only 6 now. Hang on, reinforcements coming down, but we had enough storms to deal with those suckers. Goliaths being produced nonstop out of these factories now. He's got to give himself an evacuation route with these carriers. He can't just get surrounded by Goliaths north and Goliaths to the left here. So yeah, he's got a path. He's got a path. I'm surprised he's sticking around. But once again, he's got a round of Zealots coming in. Yeah, the Zealots make the Goliaths go, hey, wait, stop. Look at him. He's just coming in like he's got this thing won. He just lost a carrier because he parked right on top of the Goliaths. There weren't many left, but don't do that. Yeah, this is really bad. I don't know if Shinee can survive this. 170 to 103 supply. He's lost 2 carriers. He's back up to 7 because, you know, he's got 1,000 gas to work with literally in the bank right now. He can make more carriers as necessary. And more Dragoons coming down here too. So Protoss can lose their main and pretty much be okay somewhere else. I don't think I've ever seen Terran lose their main and just be like, you know, we can rebuild somewhere else. But I think he's doing it. He's building more factories top left. This is so much Protoss. I don't know, man. Another base down. There's not a lot of resources here, but there's enough to be scary. Again, 7 factories. Building top left corner. Gotta do whatever he can do. And he's got nothing left. 9 6 kill, 5 kill, 6 kills on these carriers. Yeah, 200 supply to 89 supply. Another carrier dies. We're down to 6. I mean, he can't make more carriers because he's supply blocked, not because he doesn't have the money for it. So Shinee is on 3 bases mining turrets, Goliaths, bunch of tanks. Here we go. High ground siege tanks. Holding. He's just going for it, man. Once again, not microing particularly perfectly here, but he feels like he's so ahead it doesn't matter. He's lost 3 or 4 carriers just through sheer sloppiness, but he's so far ahead, he doesn't care. Oh, dodging storms while trying to target these carriers is such a nightmare. Once again, carriers kind of stopped moving here. My gosh, the storm on the Goliaths as they're trying to kill carriers. It's a hard job. It's even harder when you've got storms on top of you as you're trying to do your job. All right, well, he lost the third base mining to one Archon, who's got 13 kills. He lost the second base that was mining. He's now on one base mining. Look, Shinee, I think you're great. I like you a lot. Why are you still in this game is my question. Look at this. I could probably rebuild. Mining here, mining here, mining here. Might as well retake this base. Terran's not going to do anything about it. He doesn't have a lot of money, so it's probably a good move to take that one. Yeah, Tipo, did you see my snow game from today where he went the snow special, a lot of arbiters against a Terran? Oh, yeah. That was a Patreon cast from a month ago that I reposted on the channel today. So you saw it a month ago. Thanks for being a patron. At patreon.com/falconpaladin. He was. Snow does that sometimes. Snow's like, I am so far ahead. I'm going to style on this Terran and make him wish he'd never picked up StarCraft. It's kind of mean. Let's be real. Ooh, a vulture made it down here. I love how the entire army comes down to kill this one vulture. And kind of buy some time for this base to come up from Shinee. Shinee can't win this, right? Tipo's like, nah, Shinee's dead. Okie doke. I mean, pulling your whole army away and letting the Terran retake a second base of income while not taking any new bases of income seems like a way to at least let the Terran come back a little bit. Which is what's happening. I said he should have taken this a while ago. Simply not doing that. Nor is there any defense down here. Maybe he extra walled it off. I love that fire animation. It's a good one. Trying to end it now. No. Airfou falls back. Takes the 12 o'clock. Warps it in. Keeps an eye on this space with Mr. 13 kill Archon. Killed his own Dragoon to free up supply. To build another carrier. Yeah, bank-wise, not looking good for Shinee. If he could take this base... If Airfou continues to insist on sending his whole army back to deal with a couple vultures, that helps too. It just continues to help. He's playing defensive with his units, letting Shinee get a bunch more money. Is he just playing with his food right now? Kind of feels like he's just, you know, I've won. Shinee doesn't want to tap out, so I'll play with him, I guess. Is he okay with that? Three, 2, 3 on the ground for the Protoss is pretty impressive when you're going carriers too. Carriers are at 3, 2, 2. The mech is at 3, 3. Far as you can go. I mean, it was 200 supply to 90 just a few minutes ago. It's 200 to 130 now. I love this standoff. Archon, why are you not aggroing on this guy? Why? Like, what do you need to see? I don't know. Hey, what's up? Save your sword. 140 stream streak. Let's go. Look at this! Shinee's moving out. Shinee's like, you let me retake this base. Can I get this one too? 140 supply of Terran. Maxed out Protoss. With a 9 carrier army. With the upgrades of all time here. Killing interceptors. You can afford to lose those. There's a decent 2,400 bank here in minerals. He's setting up to take this base. Look at this SCV. He tried. Yeah, sometimes you can't target fire because you can't see the carriers to target fire them because they're in the fog of war. So, rather than firing on nothing, you should fire on the interceptors in those situations. Lunar Fang. Yeah, he's just slowly whittling it down, mining out quickly of his last 2 bases. The whole big old ground army down here, too. You're like, where is the Protoss army? Well, it's down here, actually. I don't know what this army is doing, guys. You could use your help up here, guys. There just aren't enough Goliaths. Dude, more carriers have arrived. This is a 12 carrier group now. I have not seen a full 12 carrier group in a 1v1 TVP in a very long time. And that is something that we're getting here from Airfou. He's an older player. That's part of what's going on here. He's like, I don't even need my ground forces to kill you. Ooh, lost a carrier. Lost another carrier, actually. Even if this Nexus doesn't die, it's a lot of lost mining time here, too. These tanks need to get up here because the Goliaths are kind of splitting their attention between the Nexus and the carriers. Oh my gosh. Another carrier dies. You know, he's only got 10 now. Another one dies. It's Airfou just like, go ahead, kill my carriers, I'll still win. This is the worst micro I've ever seen from a pro Protoss player. Look at this. He's making 10 High Templar, 2 more carriers, and then, yes, fine. And then Shinee taps out. This is one of the biggest playing with your food games I've cast on the channel, RJB. Yeah, so he lets Shinee retake his nat. No third, though. And then he just says, you can kill 12 carriers if you want. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to win. That has got to be so demoralizing. Holy cow. RJB is watching. What's up, RJB? Kabam. All right. So, good game. Great game there from Airfou. Got the carrier transition out. Shinee could not handle it because not many Terran players really can when that happens. 97 to 16 buildings raised count is a big one. And the outspend, ginormous. Well played, Protoss. Oops. Well, I mean, true fact. True fact. Could have gone scout, says Top Shelf. T-Po's not wrong. If you missed the cast today, I did post a video of, is that a YouTube maybe? That's it. Of Snow making about 15 Arbiters against a Terran player. That was exciting. All right, let's head over to US West Battle.net. Get some live games going. You guys want to join in, play some games on a Thursday night? I think you do. Let's check it out. US West, channel Falcon Paladin. Head over there. The password to get into the games is sSak if you want to play. Let's see. Boop. Let's make sure we get these replays into the already cast folder. Lot of PVT today. 'Tis the nature. Savior Sword is very upset at his internet service provider. Understandably so. I get it. We got Bazump out here. We got Detroit, but Detroit's usually here, so I'm going to step away for a minute. Come join the Falcon Paladin channel out here on US West Battle.net so we know that you're here, and we'll get some stuff going. Be right back. A little log out. Sometimes the game does that. It's like, hey, you're on BattleNet, right? Not anymore, you're not. Hey, Critter's here. Bazump. Max Mara's here too? That's fun. What's up, Boas? Alright. Tell you what, let's do a big game hunters with whatever we've got here. Good old web maps. Back when the internet was more known as the web. The World Wide Web. Good times. Many, many, many years ago. Not really called the web anymore, is it? Don't think it is. Stay Puffed is in. Bazump is here too. We got Critter. Remember when surfing the web was a hobby? I remember that, Nico. When surfing the web was a hobby instead of what we do all of our waking hours. Which is not a hobby anymore. There are people out there with AOL and NetZero email accounts. That's true. We are old. We are old. I think AOL shut down their dial-up service like a year ago? Not that long ago. RJB says, what about 1v1s? I don't think it works. Bazump is really good. Critter's good. And Stay Puffed is... Actually, Stay Puft's been getting better. Definitely been getting better. Yeah, dial-up. So slow. And if somebody tried to make a phone call, it killed your internet connection. Uh-huh. RJB, can you play? Or are you just waiting for what you want? Your mom was paying a monthly bill to AOL recently. That's crazy, Top Shelf. How is AOL still alive? They're not really. They were until recently. They had a lot of customers in places where you couldn't get regular internet, right? You had phone lines in some rural areas, but you didn't have access to broadband anything. Nobody was going to run fiber out there, so they just had AOL. But they discontinued it recently. I think those people can probably get Starlink, though. Maybe that's their best option. Farewell. Man, getting trolled. Getting trolled by family members when you're trying to use the internet is definitely a thing. I like how RJB cannot play. Bummer. Try to do these times for when people can play. But doesn't always work out. Could be top shelf. ATM's a good acronym, very useful. Jordan was in the stream earlier. Nico. What's up, Happy? Ah, yes, Falcon, delete that, he says. Farewell. What is wrong about it? Oh, see you, Happy. You gotta tell me what's wrong about it. Because sometimes I don't care. Ooh, LOL's a good one, Nico. Really good. Because the AI doesn't do anything, the man says. Every time or just sometimes? Taco Tuesday at Nico's sister's house. Let's go. Send me a taco, Nico. Is it white people taco night, Nico? Except you're not white. You're from Portugal. Or Brazil. Something Portuguese. Brazil, says Nico. How is Portugal not white? I mean, it's not. I don't know. Not white people taco night. Noted. Okay, so it's 3v4 against some AI. When you're like, Falcon, that's not fair. Or 4v4, rather. The AI sucks. Not when Happy gets to him. Happy makes these guys real scary by giving them, for example, a bunch of free supply. You'll notice that the computers have a ton of free supply, and they get a lot of income, and they actually have builds they follow. That's how you make the AI scary. So, humans, top left, it's Happy. He's playing Terran. Bazump's playing a beloved Zerg. Top right, a Protoss Critter, and another Protoss is Stay Puffed. We have an enemy Terran player, red. We got a green Zerg player. We have an orange Protoss that looks like Detroit. And then a tan Terran, another Terran. Yeah, I imagine Portugal's just kind of like America. They just have a mix of different skin colors there, and that's how they do. I think a lot of countries are that way, and getting more so as time goes on. Happy says, I'm going to go bio. This will go perfectly well. What's up, Bovine? Bovine loves him some Culvers. Ah! Stay Puffed is screwing with the AI. This still works? This is not honorable behavior, Stay Puffed. This is dishonorable. I mean, if you die, maybe it's fine. How's it going, Albatross? Well, you just crippled Red Terran. At least temporarily. That's Savior Sword in disguise. Savior Sword is doing an intricate plan to make a new account called Stay Puffed so that he can play while telling everybody his internet's out. He can't possibly play today, and then sneakily abuse the AI so Falcon won't ban him from these. It's not working, Savior Sword. We sniffed you out. The server connection has been lost. That's really bad. Happy. BNet's always having issues, Wander. All the time. I got disconnected from BattleNet before this game started. There's crazy lag now. Like, crazy lag now. Computer's lag hacking. Stupid computer. Let's try this again. I'm logged out again. Gotta restart the StarCraft. And let me relaunch. Sometimes BattleNet's like, StarCraft is still running. What are you talking about? There's nothing to relaunch here at all. Okay, BattleNet's done. Let's relaunch BattleNet. You know, this is the problem. These are the hazards of playing a game from 1998. I actually did some plasma donation for money today because things are a little bit tight. And the person who did my thing was like, what are you doing later today? And I was like, streaming on Twitch. And she's like, oh, I used to stream on Mixer. Used to stream, okay, BattleNet, what are you doing? Used to do, God, that's annoying. What's the one? Overwatch. Used to stream Overwatch, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Streamers unite. Oh, finally StarCraft shut down. Okay, we'll bring it back. Hey, what's up? Kiwi Gamer Brood War. How's it going? Aw, thanks for forgiving me. How much did I get? I can't remember. Like 150 bucks. It's fine. I mean, for me, it's enough to make a difference at this point. So. Okay, Critter Resumped, Stay Puffed, Happy, let's go. Happy wants all Zerg. I did tell them farewell. Top Shelf says you should stream to Kick and Rumble. I don't know what the heck Rumble is. Alrighty then.
Adjutant online.
Hey, hey.
Good morning, Captain.
Fabio.
Our long voyage from Earth is over, and we are holding a stationary position near the borders of Dominion space.
Thank you for subscribing to the channel, Fabio Orique. Alright, top left, our humans are Critter Protoss. Another Protoss Stay Puffed. It got a pink Zerg. It is, in fact, happy. And then Bazump's a Zerg too, so they don't have a Terran this time. It's kind of tough if you don't have somebody making tanks and defending against the huge attacks that the enemy Protoss and Terran and Zerg are throwing at you. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. Rumble is where you can get more G22 types to follow. Oh, so when I make fun of Trump for calling Iran Japan, then they'll harass me and try to get my channel shut down? That sounds like a good time. Small Gear says it's worth it. Is that what G22 tried to do? No, he just whines. G22 is mostly harmless, but man, he whines a lot. He's been less whiny recently, so that's good. I tried to teach him to be a man. And I think it's getting through. He stopped whining about stuff. So that's good. Lately, he's been fixated on how strong the Third Reich was under Hitler. He's really impressed by how fast they took over, like, Poland and France and stuff. Sure, man. You do what you gotta do, G22. What's up, Jared? How was Family Day yesterday? Top Shelf says that Hungarians are often like G22 on the internet. Fair enough. Good to know. He's not just alone over there. Lings are out at 2 minutes. We ready for this, Bazump? Not really? Cool, cool. That's fine. Hey, what's up, the Maniac? Your message never came through. What message did you send, the Maniac? Go, Lings. Get him. Get him. They gotta gather up, and then they go. Sunken time? Not yet. No spawning pool. Oh, he went hatch first. Hey, here we go. Time to micro our way to victory. Stack, fight. Stack and fight. Stack and fight and stack and fight. Ah! No, losing. Losing. Today hits like a truck now, says Jared. Well, did you have to work? That sucks. I know that's always bad. Spawning pool still not done. At 3 minutes, that's what the hatch first does to you in a ZVZ. Oh, gosh. Ah, another drone dies. Sunken, yes. Okay, Sunken on the way. He's got to keep his 7 drones alive. There you go. He's alive now. Wonderful stuff. Not like the computer has many more drones. He's at 6. Because he doesn't need that. He's got income. He's got passive income. He's got supply for free as well. A little marine pressure coming in from Terran up on Stay Puffed. He's got to pull some probes to defend as well. Man. No, yeah, G22 is super pro-Russia. I think that's more of just a sense that G22 latches onto anybody who projects a strong man persona. He likes that a lot. Like, if he was from a different era, he would definitely join up behind some military leader who's, you know, projects a strong man persona. It's his favorite thing. I didn't say strong men. I said people who project a strong man persona. It works on G22. He loves that stuff. Even if it's fake, it's his favorite thing. That's why he likes Trump so much. Trump projects a strong man persona, even if he's not a strong man. And G22 eats it up. It's his favorite thing. He loves it. So, I don't know. Some people are just wired that way. Jared worked. His mother worked. Are you okay, Jared? You're using a lot of ellipses today. Did a customer, like, rip your heart from your chest and eat it in front of you? What happened? Morling's out from Orange. Zergy Zerg. Is he doing anything else? He's got a Hydra den. Is he going to make any Hydras? Doesn't seem like it. He made a lot of Lings. Doing weird creep placements as the Zerg like to do with the AI scripting. What is this? Nobody does this. Bunch of Marines and Medics and Firebats coming out from our Terran enemy. We ready for that? Cannons, yes. Cannons, yes. Okay, we're good. We're good. No. What the? Jared, no. I'm glad she's okay. Oh, man, that's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible day, Jared. Whew. Wow. Yeah, that's a big thing to happen, certainly. Terran trying to, again, cannons are just fine. Just fine. Okay, we're holding. Computers bring in tanks. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. My grandpa had a couple heart attacks back in the day, and he lived for another, 25, 30 years after his first heart attack. So, you know, a heart attack doesn't mean you're going to die. Not necessarily. Yeah, the YouTube censorship is weird, Top Shelf. Sorry, I can't do anything about it. Try to be creative. I'm not going to ban you for anything. Probably. So, humans holding on. I like it. If you can survive the first 10 minutes, you're probably going to be in a fine spot. But if anybody dies in the first 10 minutes, it's exponentially harder. What is Savior Sword building here? He's got 4 Stargates and a Fleet Beacon. It's got to be carriers. Hey, what's up, Big Wan? You think vapes have a connection to heart attacks, Jared? I don't think I've seen anything about that, but maybe it can contribute. I'm sorry, man. That totally sucks. I hope she's okay. I'm sure she will be. Like I said, 1 heart attack isn't enough to take anybody out with modern medicine and modern society. You know, 100 years ago, a heart attack probably just kills you, but not anymore. I love the 1 carrier out of here by Savior Sword. La 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 la. 1 carrier attack. La 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 la. Oh, a million Scourge. Well, it's back to 1 carrier. Let's send another one in. Being horribly ineffective. Ooh, I like the DTs from Stay Puffed. Yeah, Maniac. BattleNet servers lagging. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. I never have trouble. Oh, good scan. Woohoo! Yeah, they're good at spellcasting, and scans are a spell. I never have trouble when I'm just in casting or playing single player. He decides to move on into Cannon Town, USA with Stim, though. And 1-1. DT hacking away. The AI brought some Mutalisks, too. Good thing cannons are good against these guys as well. The DTs can't help. The carrier wandering into cannon range, taking tank or cannon shots, which is horrendous. Nice. Cannons are holding here from Stay Puft. That's what we like to see. Yeah, Sergeant Wrench. It's not Savior Sword. It's a computer player, but it's green and it's Protoss, so it looks like Savior Sword. It's cosplaying. Savior Sword should say, your costume is not my culture. I'm not a big fan of people who say cultural appropriation is a thing. I disagree. Not a thing. It's Stop gatekeeping your culture from everybody else. DT rush not working. Too many cannons. The enemy's really good with scans. There's obs available. Ooh, good mech play. Now straight up coming out of the red Terran. Vultures, Goliaths, siege tanks. All right, sounds good, Jared. Nope, you're fine. You take the time you need, sir. All the support for your mom and for your family. High ground lurker's doing pretty well, though. Where are your scans now, Terran? Where are your scans now? Ooh, Mutalisks from Happy show up to save the day, too. There you go. Take him out. One Goliath can't stop you. They have +1 attack upgrades, and you're at +1 Carapace, so you'll be fine. Good teamwork, folks. Ling Muta from Orange. From Nibbler. Heading in. Ling Muta against a standard Zealot Dragoon army. Okay, I get... Oh, is he going to snipe the High Templar? He's parking on top of the Protoss unit, so you can't really storm them effectively. Yeah. Critter's like, what do I storm here exactly? They're parked right on top of my dudes. Another carrier. Yes, one carrier shows up from Savior Sword. Interceptors are going to die because, you know... One carrier is not a thing. It's like one Mutalisk. That's not a thing. It doesn't exist. Okay, we're at 11 minutes and everybody's alive. I think we're okay. Stay Puffed is the biggest one on the board. Teamwork coming in with Wazump and Critter, trying to wipe out left side here. The Marines are wiping out the Mutalisks. Critter fell back. Critter was like, I don't like this at all. Where are your Zealots, sir? You can handle this. And then some Vultures arrived. Yeah, so this is where the Zealots have a bad time. This is where the Dragoons kind of have a bad time, too. We're scourging in, keeping this carrier count really super duper low. More carriers being produced. Floating a ton of cash here. Yeah, million Zealots. +2 Zealots with speed from Stay Puffed. Jumping on this group, he can wipe it out. Easy. Easy peasy. There we go. Zealots come down here, wipe these tanks out, kill this third base. You can probably take it out. These cannons are not warped in quite yet. Get them before the cannons warp in. No, we're going after the Nexus instead. Okay. No, we changed our mind. Going after the cannons now. Yeah, 2 carriers not going to stop that at all. The Mutalisks of Happy are just kind of hanging. Maybe they should do something about this. I don't know. Bazump trying to take another base out here. He's playing well. And right-clicking on the Nexus to kill it even while the carriers are trying to save it. No. Man, they're just making more carriers all the time. A lot of cash to build them. A lot of Stargates to build them, too. 4 Stargates. Yeah, they've killed so many carriers, but there are still so many carriers. Zealots running into cannons, not exactly ideal. Sergeant Ranch asks, which unit comes out with the most victories in a single unit versus a single unit battle? High Templar? High Templar has the most raw output of damage compared to anything else. Dark Archon, says Happy, because they can just mind control their enemy. That's a great point. Happy makes a great point. Tan computer isn't scanning very well. Just gotta point that out. The scans are not fantastic. Another carrier dies because, of course, the carriers are dying. There aren't that many of them, and they're easy to take out if there aren't that many of them. Ooh, nice EMP from Red Terran as well. Siege tank count getting hefty. Upgrades on these suckers are 1-0. Got 3-1-1 for Stay Puffed. Save Your Swords at 1-1-1. 1-1 from Critter. The Zergy guys are going Mass Muta. Then we have Hydro Lurker Ling Defiler from Bazump. He is ready to move in on the Zerg. Lurker Defiler with Hydra kind of just crushes everything. Yeah, these Lings get shredded. Ultras inside the Dark Swarm actually do okay. Okay, well, the Ultra was a nice answer to that. Well played. Cracklings against Ultras are pretty good because there is no splash damage. Anything that doesn't do splash damage is not great against the Ling, but my gosh, these numbers, oh. One of the Ultras gets plagued, support comes in from Happy, and they're just going to hold on the counterattack. Interesting. Tan Terran shows up with Tank Marine Valkyrie Medic. The Valkyries are like, do I have anything to kill? Where'd those Mutalisks go? Countering in is Stay Puffed into the computer, saying, hey, I can handle Ling Ultra. I have enough Dragoons with 3 attack upgrades. I have enough Zealots. Yeah, this is great. This attack up. Ooh, Happy's third base, well, fourth base is going to die. Mutas can't handle this many Marines, let alone the Valkyries. That's not happening unless you have some Scourge, I guess. Okay, well, all of the Mutalisks are coming in to prove me wrong. Oh my gosh. It is so many Mutalisks. Okay, with Zealot support, that's unfair. You messed with our science. I mean, there are 2-2 Mutas and there are that many of them. The Valkyries weren't being microed. If they were, that's definitely a different situation. Muta counterattack all over a Savior Sword. Carriers can't handle this many 2-2 Mutas. Not if there's only a couple of them, as they are. Computer's staying alive down here, though. Orange Zerg is like, you know, Nibbler, let's go. Siege tank support over this way. Critter's like, I'm going to try to take another base. Meanwhile, we got to move in here and finish off Savior Sword. And nice Plague on the Ultras. Siege tanks unsupported, not going to do very well. The Mutas are still wrecking on this side of the map. I don't know, man. Team Red is in the fight for their lives right now. The problem is they can mine out. The computer can mine out too, but they have passive income. So you can't just turtle in and have them starve themselves out. You have to kill them, which is another good innovation here from Happy to make it harder to deal with the AI. Drop attempt by Bazump. Hydra drop. Okay, 3/3 Hydras. Dropping in. Is there a sunken? There's a sunken here, yes, but that's about it. Yeah, bring any lurkers to this fight? Not really. I think they're just here to deal with Ultras, which they can do very effectively. Hydra versus Ultra is not even fair for the Ultra. And then, yeah, lurkers trying to run in here. No, Hydras will wipe those out pretty quickly. Yeah, lurker down, Ultra down. Lurkers running in 2 or 3 at a time. Ling's flooding in here too, though. This is not bad. The response is okay here. Okay, responds pretty effectively. How are we on supply? Bazump, 97. Enough money to remax? Probably. Oh, the mass muta. Turns out that's pretty good against the AI. Happy knows what strategies are the best. Nice counterattack by Stay Puffed. It was a little bit tough here for the humans for a minute, but then Savior Sword got murdered. And now our Terran is also murdered. So now it's a 2v4. Even with the Phantom income, production capabilities just aren't good enough to keep up with the humans here. Hydra Lurker, a little bit easier for the AI to deal with compared to Mass Mutalisk. Yeah, here comes Critter. Critter's crushing it. And again, the Mass Muta just seems like the answer. So the Mutas beat everything. I mean, against the AI, they sure do. Not a single Irradiate, not a single Plague. Not a single Dark Swarm, no Archons. There were some Valkyries, but there weren't enough of them. No Corsairs either, which is also a problem. Yeah, we're done. See you later, alligator. The humans survive and prosper in 22 minutes. AI is also bad manner. Will not tap out until their buildings are gone. GG, humans. Well played. Well played here today. Nicely done. Excellent. Muy excelente. Good job, everybody. All right. Well, we have earned a free-for-all today. We got the $20 donation at PayPal from Farewell. $10 Canadian from Japiro as well. So that adds up to 25 bucks, which is what our goal is for the free-for-all every Brood War stream. So we hit it today, which is great, but we don't really have a ton of people for a free-for-all. I don't know if there are other people who are like, oh, I've been waiting for this. Right? GG humans, I will say. So what do we think? Anybody in chat like, hey, I want to play a free-for-all? Deep Freeze is a fun one for free-for-all. I haven't done that one in a while. Savior Sword's like, maybe you could save it for when I can play. Stay Puff's like, you want a 2v2 on fastest? Are the people up for that? We can do a 2v2 on fastest. Stay Puff's like, I'll do a big game hunters. I'll do a fastest. Any thoughts from the Peanut Gallery? Critter, anything to say? Bazump, anything to say? Happy, anything to say? Zump. Critter, anyone? Bazump says anything at all. Critter's like, I'm gonna be late for dinner if I play another game, but is it worth it? Happy says, I don't like playing against humans. Don't like versus. Don't like top versus bottoms. Well, it's going to be tough then. Bazump says new Phantom. Interesting. All right, we could do. So apparently, if you only have 4 people in new Phantom, it doesn't give you 2 Phantoms; it gives you 1. That's some smart stuff, actually, and it's based on enemy income. So that works too. Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's try it. This might get Critter to bail on us, though, because he doesn't really like Phantom very much. Yeah, I knew that was a risk. That was a risk. Let's try a BGH. Let's see if Happy wants to play this. I'll put this public, see if we can get some people to join in. No, Happy is not in. It's all good, Critter. It's all good in the hood. See you later, Crit Dog. So we got Mindry here. Hey, it's Veet. Ah, Min left. Veet. What's up, Veet? We know Veet. Veet is cool. Super Caesar is here. I'm going to 2v2 it. Offspring is in. Hey, Min's back. Mindry's back. Stream's on. All right, 3v3 it is. Let's move Stay Puft down there. So Bazump, Offspring, and Super Caesar versus Veet, Mindry 1, and Stay Puft. GLHF. Let's go. Oh, Mindry needs to choose a race. Oh, Mindry chose random. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Big game hunters. Everybody loves big game hunters, man. No matter how much StarCraft you've played in your life, you're never tired of big game hunters. Whoever came up with this map is a genius. All right, 3v3. Who's isolated? Kind of topside here. 12 o'clock. Bazump isolated. Doesn't have a teammate nearby. Top right is an enemy. Stay Puft. These colors are too close, man. But either way. So Bazump's here. His teammate is Offspring, Terran. And then a gray Stay Puft. Blue? Oh, these colors. No, this is gray. This is Stay Puft. Team 2 is... No, wait, what am I doing? These colors are throwing me so bad. I think this is Super Caesar. Everybody chose colors that are super pale on purpose. Okay. Bazump, Super Caesar, and then Offspring. Team 2 is right side of Veet, Mindry playing Protoss, and then Stay Puft in the top right. Good grief. Ah, critter. Funny edit to Big Game Hunters is everyone spawns in the naturals. Ooh, that sounds kind of fun. That is a fun idea. APM checks pretty high for everyone, but I mean, you can spam early. Doesn't mean you're going to be able to sustain a good one, a good APM throughout the game. Bazump's going for about a 9 pool there, 10 pool, somewhere around there. Over pool, I guess. Walling off up this away is Veet. Stay Puft says there's probably a Protoss at 5. Good call. There is a Protoss at 5. His name is Super Caesar. Again, isolated. Yeah, the only person who doesn't have friendly people next to him is Bazump. But he's got an empty spot up here, which is nice. Because if he can wall this off, then he gets access to 3 bases effectively for free. But also he's a Zerg player. So walling off is not exactly how that works. Good snipe on the probe there. And SCV dies to the probe. So probe dies, SCV dies. Even Steven on worker does in the first 2 minutes of the game. 2-gate. Looking all right here from Stay Puffed. 2-gate down here from Super Caesar. Mindry brings another probe down. 230 APM on that guy. He's got a 2-gate too. So it's a lot of Protosses 2-gating. And then a Terran with 1 racks being like, good luck, guys. Go get him, 2 gates. The probe delaying is really good play here, too. These randos we pulled off at BattleNet know what they're doing, which is generally how that works. Not looking good. Try to go for factory while getting 2-gated is tough. Quick, Marine, kill him. Get the Zealots. Okay, he's building the factory to give it more HP. The Marines are firing on the Zealots. Micro's back. If he can get a Vulture out in time, this is going to be okay, but I'm not sure that's happening. Zealots on this wall, too. SCV's repairing. Lings are out. Zealots come down to try to assist, but no. Too many Zealots, too many Lings for that to happen. Can he finish construction on this factory? He can. It's on fire, but it's alive. Great. Vulture produced. Yes. Blinking factory means Vulture's on the way. All right, so the 2 gates have been held. I was worried about that. It is Critter, yes. It's with random people on BattleNet. They will destroy. I don't know, man. We've got some good players from Falcontopia. Veet's pretty gosh darn good. Bazump's really good. Stay Puffed has worked so hard to get better over the last couple of years. I almost don't even recognize him. But Bazump trying to get a second base over here. The Sunken... Oh. Sunken came up just in time to die. That totally sucks. Hang on. Zealots on the assist coming in to try to save the hatchery. There are enough to do it. We can save this hatch. Just kidding. We can't because they right-clicked the hatch. They didn't get there in time. I mean, these Zealots are kind of stuck up here, so they're going to try to stay alive. They're back behind the minerals, which means they're going to die, but they'll take as many enemy Zealots and Lings with them as they can. 6 kills on this Zealot, 7 kills before he goes down. That is a Phoenix Zealot, if ever I saw one. Hey, got Vultures out, but guess what? The enemy has Vultures too. So, yeah, Vulture behind the wall. Vultures trying to bust the wall are kind of insane. Oh, Siege Tank. Siege Tank could not have popped out at a better time here for Offspring. Nicely done. Yeah, Vultures are not busting through a wall while there's a tank back there. Not happening. Yeah, I hear it, Lunar Fang. It is a steep learning curve to get to the point where you can compete at this level, certainly. You've got some people here that are basically at your level, though. Oh! Spider-Mine kills the Zealot, but also kills the Vulture. Wait! Okay. Suddenly all sorts of problems are happening here for Veet. That's a lot of Zealots coming in. Friendly Zealots coming in here, too, though. Trying to mess with those guys that are trying to mess with you. But everybody's fairly stable. No one's going to die in the next 10 seconds anyway. All right, Bazump tries to... That's not Bazump. Bazump's like, I guess I'll put another hatch inside my main. I've got 2 gas anyway. And trying to take his natural as well is Offspring. So we got Spider Mines. He's got Tank. Enemy Mindry is going to try to walk into this without detection, which seems like a bad idea. Maybe don't do that. Okay, maybe don't. Wait, whose Spider Mines are whose? Is it Falcontobia versus Random? No, it is not. Probably should have done that, but I wasn't sure how to make the teams balanced. Bazump's got 2 randos on their team, and then Veet and Stay Puft are on the same team with a rando. Zealots take out the Sunken. Bazump's in a lot of trouble here. He went into Mutas, but does he have enough to save himself here? Ling's fighting, yes. Dragoon's a bit of a problem as well. It's another siege tank, sieging up by Offspring down south. Dragoon's getting through that wall, going to have a really hard time. Yeah, Bazump's drone count just got obliterated. I think it might be down to 0, folks. He has enough money to rebuild, but for how much longer? God, these vultures causing major problems, too. The Muta's trying to clear all of it out. Bazump's like, I could use some help, folks. I'm kind of alone up here. Enemy vultures do run away. Zealot still working away on the Spire. God, no! Having to rebuild the Spire. Okay. Bazump might just be dead here, guys. Might just be 100% entirely dead. Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. His economy is nothing. He can make 2 drones, but he's got to rebuild his Spire, which is crazy expensive. Bazump's like, really, guys, I could use some help up here. Anyone available to do that? Like, I don't know. Maybe... I don't know what these colors are, but seriously, he's like, I am dying over here. He's trying to save his lair now, but Bazump's like, dude, I have 50. Who is this? This is... Super Caesar? I'm not sure Super Caesar speaks English, but he could be used up to the 12 o'clock. Is he going to do it? He's kind of heading up to the 12 o'clock. He's on his way. It took him a minute. It took him a minute to figure out that's what he needs to do, but he's got it figured now. Okay, so he's going to save Bazump, but... it's going to be a while for Bazump figures this out. The pressure on Offspring down here is intense. Dragoons firing away. Tanks can help, but only if the Dragoons get in range. And if they've got range, they can hit that factory without that happening. He's trying to muta harass these probes a little bit because he's got a Protoss next to him that has way more supply than he does. Yeah, Bazump, there you go. 2 drones. Let's go. Starting over at 2 drones is brutal. No, the drones have got to run. He has no money to rebuild that. The lair gets right-clicked on. There's a backup hatch to play with, but I don't know if Bazump's just going to tap out here soon. Still trying to assist. Super Caesar coming up to help Bazump. The Protoss pressure down here on Offspring is intense. 150 APM from him. Nobody's APM has dropped below 100. We are dropping zealots on these tanks. High level move. Trying to wipe out that barracks. Come in here. I don't know, dude. You're going to get spider-mined. And siege tanked. Not as spider-mined maybe as you thought. Ooh, there we go. That's how we spider-mine here. Tank dead. Vulture even. Oh, gosh. Vulture's avenging. That Dragoon did what it had to do. It has 5 kills. It is still alive. That Spider-Mine was unnecessary, but whatever. It's burrowed now. Things are good. There's detection above. So it's Red that's really struggling here. Is Bazump dead? I think Bazump's dead. They wiped out his second hatchery. There's nothing else he can do. Not happening. So Team Red counterattacks and says, we got to take out somebody blue. What about Veet? Can we kill Veet? He doesn't seem to have any siege tanks, so it seems entirely possible. We could probably do that. I don't see why not. I think Veet might be dead. He's at 30 supply. He does have some friendly zealots coming in to save his butt. Also down here, Offspring is holding on to within an inch of his life. Spider-Mines and Siege Tanks are doing all of the work. Understandably so. Bazump's trying to use his 2 Mutalisks, now 1 Muta, to get as many kills as Mutaliskly possible. Veet's evacuated. He's like, I don't have anything to defend here at all. Thank you very much. We're just going to run into a meat grinder, unfortunately. Ah, that's not ideal whatsoever. How are we at? Stay Puffed, 106 supply. I'm telling you that Stay Puffed is scary. He's got his second base up and rolling. He's trying to defend as much as he can here. He's killed Bazump. The defense down south here by Offspring is legendary. I cannot believe he's not dead yet. This is some insane stuff by him. I just could not be more impressed by what he's doing. Ugh, I mean, Bazump losing an Overlord doesn't matter because he doesn't have any money left. He's got a drone that can't do anything. Careful. Don't walk into the spider mines. 2 of them... Oh, 2 of them are friendly and 2 of them are enemies. That's exciting stuff. They're trying to make sure that Bazump is actually dead. He sure is. Back in here to kill Veet. It would turn it into a 2v2. Yeah, Veet's in trouble. He's down to 11 supply. He was at 30 just a minute ago. It's getting worse. Trying to save him is Stay Puft. Stay Puft is 100% trying to save him. Gets a good storm off on the clumped units. Brings DTs in. Veet's basically dead is the problem. Random DTs up here. From, I guess those are Stay Pufts. He's going after Offspring's attempt to build up in the top left. He's had this, by the way. Didn't really call that out. Haven't been on colors for a minute, but Offspring took this base a long time ago. It's what's helping keep him alive more than anything else. He's got 3,000. He needs more production. He's got 4,000 minerals. He should really be more alive than he is, but he's not spending as well because it's hard to spend when you're just defending your butt all the time. Ooh, that's beautiful. The most overpowered thing on hunters or big game hunters are tanks being set up on the other side of this river. And guess what? All your probes die, and there's not much you can do about it because all you got are Corsairs and, you know, Zealots and Archons and stuff. So that sucks. Hilarious. Dude, Offspring's gonna die with like 5,000 minerals in his bank. Not a big fan of that. Not really love it when that happens. This is getting chaotic. Up into the top left we go. Once again, I think if everybody else is spending their money pretty well, if Offspring could spend his money better, I think T-Red wins this. But as it stands, I think Stay Puft is just too big for anybody remaining to deal with him. Yeah, he's going to die with 5,000 minerals. That totally sucks. Super Cesar's like, no, don't die. Ah, he does die with 6,000 minerals. 6,000 minerals and 4,000 gas. That's your game. That was a good one. 18-minute 3v3 big game hunters. Stay puffed. 150 supply. Not maxed out, but nobody else is even close. Well, Super Cesar's at 100, but he's alone. He's alone in this world. Super Cesar's like, come and get me, you filthy animals. And Stay Puft says, okay. Or Mindry does. I guess Mindry does first. Oh, it's counter recall down here on Mindry. I mean, you gotta do something on offense if you're gonna win this game, but I mean, I appreciate the effort, but it's not happening. He's outnumbered. Yeah, 150 supply to 85, or 250 supply to 85. My apologies. For the math, I'll bet when this is not getting cleaned up, but that's okay. Excuse me. Yeah, we're good. That was nice. There we go. Super Cesar taps, Stay Puft, Veet, and Mindry get the win in 20 minutes of some really good big game hunter stuff. That was fun. We should do another one. They talked about re. Let's see if they re. Game, don't lock up on me, please. There we go. So, end of the day, who had the most points? 148,000 for Stay Puft. Average 195 APM, dude. Stay Puft is scary. Stay Puft is way better than when he started playing with us, like before COVID, like a long time ago. He's been grinding. He's been practicing. He's been getting better all the time. Love that guy. Let's try it again. See if we can get a 4v4 out of it. I'm going to step away. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Let's get people in here, though. What do we got? Veet, Stay Puft, 234, and Maxitum is here too. Twitch, yeah. Yes. Big Wan, you want to join? Where are you at, Big Wan? You like big game hunters, sort of. I guess. Just in time pops in. All right, he's lagging though. Do we want a lagger? 7 wins, 7 losses. Let's go Falcon Paladin friends versus newcomers. What? Art the Suave just joined. Maybe one more. Hey, Chinchilico. Nice. GLHF. Random Protoss. BattleNet is broken. Sounds good, Tipo. Good luck with your Final Fantasy 14 endgame content. Zomp, you need to rejoin? We're good. All right, let's go. Chinchilico. En español, si eres manco. Yeah, no, I get it, Tipo. I understand. Top side of the map, it's 2-3-4, team enemy. His teammate is Chinchilico. We also have Maxitum, and then finally, just in time, 1995. Team 2 is a Zerg player. It's Stay Puft. Interesting. Playing Zerg. 6 o'clock. It's Veet. We've got Arte Suave, and then we have Stay Puft. Yeah, so Bazump playing Zerg again. He's like, I gotta redeem myself. I got whacked. Wasted the last game we did. Gotta do it again. So yeah, 4v4. Big game hunters. Let's go. Yellow is random, says Stay Puft. Good call out. He got Terran. So they have a Zerg. So it's 1 Zerg on each team, which is awesome. 2 Zergs. Makes it really hard for the team with 2 Zergs to win because one of the Zergs is going to get rushed. And it's hard for the other one to help without making Sunkens themselves, which means they can't help very much. And it is tough. 11 is Z because the Overlord comes in. Stay Puft calls it out. Good job, Stay Puft. Stay Puft is coaching. This is good. Stay Puft is not only playing well, he's got a high APM, he's macroing well, he's microing well, he's spellcasting like a madman. He's also coaching and calling stuff out from the other team. Helping everybody know what's going on. And, oh, it's going hash first again. Is Bazump. I don't know. It's more 2-gate shenanigans from the enemy Protoss. 2-gate, which is scouted by the Overlord. I'd almost cancel the hatch and just throw up a spawning pool, but he's getting a pool now. So it's a 12 pool here. Is that going to be in time to deal with 2-gate? I don't know, dude. Bazump knows more than I do about this. But it's going to be tough. More 2-gate from Chinchilico. Terran has no gas yet. 1 Rax from Maxitum. 10 APM. He might not be very good. He might be AFK, actually. Zerg's pool is done from 2-3-4, and he's expanding out here. Wait, did we do top versus bottom and get perfectly top versus bottom? That's not supposed to happen. Wow, okay. That's crazy. The odds of that happening, if I understand properly, are very, very low. Statistically. So. 2-gate pressure coming. 2-gate pressure coming. 2 gates up here too from Stay Puffed. 3 gates from Stay Puffed. And now getting a Forge. He's like, yeah, you know what helps against getting a double 2-gated? Having a cannon can be really, really nice. Arte Suave. Got some Lings out. Am I stupid? Are there 2 Zergs on Team Red? There are. Cool. Good job by me. Arte Suave is also a Zerg player. So he's got Lings out. He's getting a hatch after the pool, but yeah, look at this. Totally getting away with this as far as I can tell. Just in time. Kind of Zealot walling off this way. Is Maxitum back? Maxitum's APM is 1. I think Maxitum might be AFK. He's not building anything. His APM is 1. Alright, bunch of Lings and Zealots out in the middle of the map, trying to fight, trying to distract from the fact that they've got an AFK teammate up. Is he back? His APM is back. Hang on, maybe he's alive after all. Okay. That's gonna hurt, though, that he was AFK for as long as he was. Zealot up here trying to kill probes. Yeah, I don't know, dude. He's trying to spend his money. He's like, I get double gas. Gonna throw up more factories. I mean, more barracks. I gotta do it. I'm in so much trouble. I don't have anything. You're not wrong, Fury. I guess maybe that's what happened. You can ask for a pause in team games. I mean, he lives. Did he build a... He landed a Rax inside the Protoss base and then built a Marine? I mean, that's okay. That's fun, but it wasn't going to do anything. Unfortunately, did get spotted. It's not very big mains. Well, some of the mains are big, but putting it there is not going to do it. Vulture Ling, pretty strong early game. Unupgraded Marines, Lings are going to have a hard time against this too. Yeah, look at this. Lings buffering 4 Vultures. Good grief. Yeah, that is a massacre for top left up here for 234. He's not happy about that. But cannons to fall back to. Everything's fine that way. Zealots coming in from Team Blue, recognizing, oh, there's a lot of red out here. Maybe I should just not be here. Maybe I should fight and die. Who knows? Vulture spider mining inside the Protoss base. Zealots are like, we're here to absorb spider mine shots so that they don't kill probes or anything else. These probes are down here. Bad rally, perhaps. I don't know. Okay, well, no one's dead at 6 minutes. I'll give this a success, because if no one's dead at 6 minutes, then everything's fine. Overlord is scouting everything 234 is doing, including the Spire, with not many workers. Guess he's got a second base for some of his drones to work at, so it's not as bad as I thought. And AFK guy's got a bunch of Marines, and that's about it. So no upgrades on those suckers. He's trying to get an academy. He's trying to get a factory. But he was... Is he... Yeah, Maxitum. Que muera ese mierda. I do not speak Spanish. Yeah, let him die. Sorry, estaba cogiendo con mi flaca. What does that mean? Muta coming. Bazum's like, I'm working on mutas. Top left is working on mutas. His Spire's not done yet, though. I don't know if somebody wants to translate that Spanish for me, but... All right, Bazump's Muta's getting some stuff done here. Is he going to try to Muta the Zerg player he is? His own Mutas are out. Numerically, it's 6 versus 7. Ah, that sucks. Andaba, Cogiento, mi king, sorry. Cogiento. All right, translate. Says, I was having sex with my king. Sure, bud. Maybe that's slang for something else, but, okay. I don't... Very funny otherwise, I guess. He says he was eating with his girlfriend, says Dev. Google translates that to having intercourse. So Google's wrong, I guess. That's fine. They're often wrong about things. Little DT shenaniganry down here at 6 o'clock. ComSat is available. More turrets are available. DT is getting shoved out of there. Team Red controlling middle. Losing blue. Losing Maxitum is a problem. Yeah, DT's try to come back in, get obliterated by the combination of Mutalisks and Siege Tanks and Scans. Ling Muta coming in from top left, 2-3-4. Bazump kind of doing the same thing. His base was later, though, which is a problem. Zealot's got to get out of there. They don't have speed yet. They don't even have the speed yet. Goliath, bit of an answer to these Mutalisks. Very good. It needs some, well, Zealots for the Dragoons. I was going to say tanks, but Zealots are going to do okay here. Yeah, look at this. Contained right side, 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock are alone up here. Yeah, Team Red, really concerted push up this way. Might just be able to end it with good macro. Again, losing somebody in the first 10 minutes because they were AFK. Welcome to playing 4v4s in StarCrafts. It happens sometimes. I mean, there's less AFK from Falcon people when they play. Mutaling trying to defend, coming in here from 2-3-4. Yeah, that's enough. With Dragoon support, it's happening. Ah, Muta's counterattack 12 o'clock, though, at Chinchillico. 65 supply for him. Nobody Team Blue is at 100 supply, but I guess nobody on Team Red is there either, but there's more people that are close. Are there more DTs? Oh, big counterattack on our Muta Bazump player. He's killing the economy. He's like, I can actually probably die. If I kill you, it's over? Making decisions here, right? Do you want to go home? Do you want to deal with this? Do you have anything like Dark Swarm? No, don't have a hive yet. Is anybody going to be able to help him is the problem. Also, counterattacking at 6 o'clock on Veet. So one Sunken's not going to do super hot. Yeah, these Mutas might just need to come home. I don't know. These Dragoons are causing major problems for Veet, but Hydra's on the way from Arte Suave. 200 APM from him. He's got 1 armor on his Hydras. The Dragoons are at 1-1 themselves. Mutas have to come back around. He does save everything but his natural. A little bit of support coming in here, too, from Stay Puft. Stay Puft is a good teammate. We like that guy a lot. Yeah, so we clear that out. Excellent teamwork. Big fan, big fan. Teamwork is awesome. Not sure where that drone's trying to go, but okay. So, buying time to get back up on his feet, Chinchillico. 40 supply and 42 from 234. Team Red is back on the warpath. Chinchillico just calls it GG. Asks for a rematch. We don't have balance. Well, one was AFK for like... you can't balance it for somebody deciding to go AFK in the first 10 minutes. Veet's like, we totally almost died. We sure did. Alright, how's Justin Time doing? Our player was away. He sure was. They're like, even if he was here, he sucks. He had like 10 APM. Fair enough. Fair enough to say that. Yeah, Stay Puffed again just continues to rock it out here. Arte Suave had a good game. Bazump had a good game. Veet was up here too. Everybody, I think, on Team South was outspending Team North pretty effectively. All right, let's try one more, right? If we can get one more, maybe with some of the same players, maybe some revenge on their minds. See what the people are into here today on a Thursday or Friday, depending on where you are today. Happy to see you here on the Falcon Paladin channel. Two, three, four, Veet, just in time. Steve Harrington's in. He was so AFK. So 3v3. Bazump, Stay Puft, Veet, 2, 3, 4, just in time, and Steve Harrington. Let's go. Let's go threes. All right, Team Falcontopia versus Team Randos on BattleNet. These players are, well, I don't know how good Steve is. Actually, how good is Steve? Let's find out. One more attempt. This time, yeah, there you go. Isolated player down south here is Stay Puft. So Stay Puft is alone. Bazump at the top left. And then finally, Veet next door to him, kind of. 12 o'clock here is 234. We got just in time at the same place he was in the last game, and Protoss again. And then their final teammate is Steve Harrington in the bottom left, 130 APM. Hopefully, he won't go AFK to go eat with his girlfriend. That would be pretty nice, actually. So Bazump's doing Zerg again. He's like, I feel much better about my Zerg in that last game. Thank you very much. Big fan of how I played Zerg out there. The mutas were awesome. All right. So, same thing again. No, pool first with gas Bazump. He's planning on being more aggressive. He does have an enemy over here, so he's being very careful about having a Zerg at a short rush distance. So I think we're going to get a little fancy ZVZ up here. Ooh, I like the sunken inside the mineral line here from 234. Lings are out for Bazump. Pool's done. 234 will have lings of his own if he decides to make any. Again, 2-gate opening right side here from Just in Time. We've got Gate Forge Cannon. Wow. Stay Puffed being super, super defensive over here. And here's our ZVZ. Sunken amazing. Really, really good. Bazump says, well, he's locked up pretty tight. That's not happening. All right, well. How do we get rid of this Overlord? Can't. It's ZVZ. What do you do? Not happening that way. Zealot into the mineral line. Bottom left here from Steve Harrington. 120 APM. Marine. Yes, SCV is fighting. Nicely done. No SCVs died there. That was extremely clean. Ling's still sharking around up here at 234's base. But not really planning on doing much, I don't think. And then, uh-oh. Bazump is away. He's getting run up on. No, the Sunken's gonna die. The drones are gonna die. There's gonna be a lot of dead workers here because Bazump was down here. And then he got sniped by a Ling run by from, again, his super very close enemy Zerg player. Not good. Drones have to stack. Drones have to defend. Lings are fighting. More Lings are popping out. Defender's advantage is pretty big here. Can he win the Ling battle with drone support? Yes, he can, and he does. Great micro from Bazump. 15 supply for him. 14 supply for 234. I think they're pretty even at this stage. Zealots running all upons here in Veet space. Veet does have Vultures, but he needs to micro them well to handle 6 Zealots with 3 Vultures. It's not impossible. It's doable, but it's challenging. It's not going very well for Veet either, though. Another Vulture pops out. That's big. Zealots and Lings on top of the SCVs could use some help. Maybe from the outside world, from Team Red, quite possibly. I don't know, but God, the Ling battles are happening. There's nothing that Bazump can spare. I don't think for Veet. Vultures getting big-time hits off enemy Zealots. Ooh, friendly Zealots do come in from Stay Puffed, and they clean it out. All right, all right. This pylon wall thing is really annoying, but can't do much about it with, well, just Vultures anyway. Yeah, they're both trying to knock down this wall that Team Blue put up. Veet says, I was confused by the blue color. Because you're also blue? Yeah, that's a problem. You should just go Shift-Tab for team colors. Stay Puffed says, yeah, go green-red mode. Or it's because blue was attacking him. Whatever. Bunch of Lings out from Bazump. Can't get the economy going because you have to make Lings. Slows everything down compared to the last game. Vultures on the counterattack. Somebody knows how to play BGH. Yeah, this cannon is covering this spot too. That is so good. That is a great job by Just in Time. Okay, here we go. Bazump falling back. Enemy Zealots from Just in Time are here. Got a Sunken to fight with too, but more Lings coming in from 234 to help mess with this guy. We got ZVZ shenanigans all up in this mess. Hey, hey. What's up, J001? Appreciate the follow. Welcome to the Twitch dimension. Glad to see ya. Good to meet ya. So holding, defending, Veet. 234 says Muta. Yes, good call. Great call. Steve Harrington, you gonna leave your base? We need help. 12 is in trouble. He's getting Zealot Ling hit. It's hard to deal with that. He's got 3 Sunkens to fall back to with a 4th one if he needs it. Steve Harrington's like, nah, man. 100 APM. I don't have enough military to move out. It's a team game. You can move out earlier than normal in this situation. Yeah, Zealots are trying to find angles to fight where they're not fighting the Sunkens, but it turns out to be pretty difficult. Maybe going after an upgrade here with the Spires, not a bad idea. Yeah, Evolution Chamber dies, upgrade canceled if there was an upgrade happening there anyway, but Zump says, don't worry about the Zerg. The Zerg's turtled up. He can't do anything right now. Let's counter somewhere else. Let's maybe go after... I mean, your options are the Terran, Steve Harrington, or the Protoss, just in time. I think maybe Steve Harrington might need to die, but he's got Bunker Siege Tank. It's only 2 tanks, so that's pretty scary stuff. Just in time's like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Terran? Why are you hanging out inside your base? Why are you not helping your teammates? They got that cannon, so the spot's available. This is looking pretty bad for just in time. 23 supply. 7 going BC or Wraith, he says. Maybe Valkyries? Just in time is mad at his Terran teammate. 234's got a base in the top right. I'm not sure that team Falcon Padonia knows about. Just in time continues to end up with bad teammates when he plays in Falcon Big Game Hunters. Sorry about that, sir. We don't really have any way to screen for this, unfortunately. But yeah, just in time doing more typing than anything else here. DT up. Spider Mines from Veet are like, no, you're not. Absolutely not. Ling Muta trying to bust up here. He does find 234's secret ninja top right base. Sees what we're dealing with. Says, oh, there's 1 spore. Can these mutas handle 1 spore? That's the question of the day. I don't rightly know. Maybe we can. It's like, if I can burn down every one of the Sunkens, the Lings can probably win. There's only 4 of them. Never mind. Totally can't. But yeah, Terran's turtling up. Trying to get into science vessels, I guess. With mech, sure. Siege tanks firing across the river. We talked about this earlier today. It is the scariest gosh darn thing ever. It really, really sucks to deal with. Just in time's gonna tap out. Hey, there you go. Support from Stay Puffed means we can take out 234 space. No problemo. So now 234 is alive at 34 supply. He's got Hydras, he's got Spores, he is anti-Mutatech, but turtled up just too gosh darn much. Does not have the supply to hang with long turn. DTs, I like it. Just in time's not giving up. He's got a 5 kill Zeratul DT in here. Let's go, tank snipes. Beautiful. Beautifully done with the tank snipes, as per usual. Nobody's scanning for this guy. He's gonna get 10 kills, and like 5 of them are siege tanks, I swear. They're not even bothering to scan. They're just like, what if we bring enough stuff that the DT can't kill us all? Well, now he's throwing up cannons. Oh, there we go. Ananob showed up. So Zeratul dies. That totally sucks. Muta Siege Tank ruined 234's Hydra army, as they are wont to do. Sieging up, looking good. Veet playing well with his team. Loving that. And I think we're very close to an end here. 234 says, this game is dumb. The mutas could have been nice there, but all right. Sniping out some tanks. Veet not paying attention. Just in Time is officially eliminated over here at the 3 o'clock. And now we're just dealing with a Turtle Darren who is not interested in moving out today. Does he have any? He's making science vessels. He's got turrets. He's got 2,000 minerals. Mr. Steve Harrington from the hit TV show Stranger Things. I kind of give up on Stranger Things after season 4, I think. Never bothered with 5 there. He's holding. 234 is not dead, but the tanks wiping out the Sunkens are pretty much the end of it for him. So not sure what he's going to do. 234 is like, can I watch you kill 7? He's turtling and not actually playing StarCraft. The salt is great. He's like, I am super dead. What's up, Edgar? 8A749. Make a new game? I mean... Hello. We'll be back tomorrow with more StarCraft if you're like, we need more StarCraft after this one. Definitely. We'll get more tomorrow, but for now, the 4-hour Thursday stream is about what we're going to do. 234 is like, please just kill 7. Turtle Terran is so Terran turtled. Goliaths, I guess? It's a lot of Goliaths, like maybe Guardians. He's getting ready for a zombie invasion. He sure is doing that. You just tank push him to death. Slow death. That's right, level 80. Even more StarCraft on Saturday, which is more than Friday. Two, 3, 4 is like, why didn't he help me? Two, 3, 4 should help them kill Steve Harrington. He doesn't have very much, and I think if he made army, it would kind of make everybody on Team Red scared. 234 says, thank you for letting me watch. You guys are nice. Yeah, if you're going to turtle like this, you really should have more siege tanks. Yeah, the mutas aren't going to do much. Ooh, good Dark Swarm, though. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Dark Swarm is good. Siege tanks, get inside the Dark Swarm. Go, go, go. Get Lings inside the Dark Swarm. Everything's gonna die. I think he thinks he joined a custom defense game. Yeah, nice Plague. Beautiful Plague. Siege tanks moving up inside the Dark Swarm, sort of. Kind of. Nice Plague again. Yeah, this front door just gets broken wide open. Yeah, these Goliaths who've been plagued, they're fighting siege tanks anyway. Dragoons come in, snipe the ones that are plagued first. Cracklings rolling in. It's the end of times for Mr. Harrington. One of the better redemption stories, although, in the history of TV. I think Steve Harrington in season 1, Steve Harrington, kind of a bully, kind of a jerk in a lot of ways. Although I do think his moment in season 1, where he busts into the Buyer house fully expecting to like find his girlfriend cheating on him, instead comes face to face with a monster from everybody's nightmares. What does he do? Does he freak out? Does he run away? No, he says, let's do this, and beats the hell out of the monster with a baseball bat spiked with nails. It's awesome. It is the Steve Harrington redemption arc begins right there. He is ride or die. He is not a coward. He may be a jerk sometimes, but he learned a lot that night. That is the nature of Steve Harrington, who I hope this isn't him playing StarCraft, because he is not helping his teammates in this situation. Two, 3, 4's like, you let us die, dude. You just got all fat, and that doesn't work in team games. Can't just sit around. It's dumb. Steve Harrington rage quits. Stay Puft is left. 2, 3, 4 is happy. He leaves, and that's a win for Team Falcontopia in 19 minutes. Probably could have ended faster, but Steve was again turtling, which slowed things down. So GG. Who represented well? Stay Puft again just continues to crush Bazump and Veet out there as well. All 3 scores higher than the 3 scores of the enemy team. Bazump produced the most stuff. Lings will help with that. Stay Puft was in 2nd place. Veet was in 3rd. Structures raised a bunch by Veet, a bunch by Stay Puft. And the out-resource by Stay Puft looking good. GG, what's up, Fish Boy? Good games for sure. All right, let's get a raid going. But thanks to Farewell for the $20 donation out at PayPal at falconpaladin@gmail.com. Love that guy, Farewell. I did get hit, unfortunately, by a tax bill from the Utah State Tax Commission. So he's helping to pay that. Appreciate you, Farewell. Super annoying stuff. Anyway, thanks also to, who do we get here? Japiro, super chatting $10 Canadian. Thanks for that. That's why we got our extra games today. And we'll be back tomorrow with the Friday stream. Going to start at about the same time, end at about the same time. So thanks, Lunar, for using a free channel membership on YouTube to become a channel member of the Falcon channel. Very cool. And as always, if you're a Prime member for Amazon Prime, then you can connect your Prime account to your Twitch account and subscribe to this channel for free once a month. Very cool. So love y'all. Let's get that raid started. Over to Cross. We haven't seen Cross in a while, have we? We really haven't. So let's say hey to Cross. Cool guy. And we'll catch you tomorrow with Friday StarCraft. Thanks again. Love you all. Bye.